What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matt, aka Montezino, aka it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's international break. And boys, today we're coming at y'all with season 2, episode 8 of the Footy Culture podcast. Once again, I'm joined today by Goof Gang, Jay and Chris.
I look like Kareem Benzema right now.
No.
Maybe if you close your eyes.
Yeah. Tilt the hat a little bit forward. That covers your face a bit more. Than
Maybe if you shaved your head like you said you've been trying to do.
You can't tell I have hair right now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Chris?
Hey,
What's up, man?
you're looking a little
Canadian international?
It's the winter season pretty soon.
I heard you
Yeah.
repped Canada at youth levels. Is that true?
No,
Oh.
You five.
definitely not.
He's trying to. This guy's trying to boost you.
Yeah,
No.
bro.
Hola.
All right, clean
I
up
tell the
crew.
truth around here. I'm like
Jimmy and Dan.
Checking in.
Wagwan.
We out here.
Last but
What's up,
not
dudes?
least, man like Quinto.
They called Gavi instead of me, but I'll be there next time.
Yeah. In your
That's tough.
PJs?
So
PJs,
17-year-old
what
got
PJs?
called ahead of you?
Nah, they messed up our name. Instead of Davy, they said Gavi.
Who's
Yeah,
Davey?
That's
it
my
was Davey.
nickname.
Davies.
Quinto.
Ain't nobody ever called
That's
you
what the
that.
boys call me on the locker room.
in the body.
Davey?
Yeah.
Davi. Ven amigo, Davi.
I thought it was
Pasa la pelota, Davi.
I thought it was
You know,
Davy.
in Spanish, bro.
But then Davi.
You don't get it. You don't know. You don't understand.
Yeah,
You're
so-
Canadian.
You're uncultured.
Wow.
But anyway, speaking of Gavi, we had the Nations League final.
Yeah.
España versus France.
Big game.
2-1 for
Good
France,
game,
man.
man.
Crazy game,
game.
bro. Crazy game. Bro, what's crazy is how 17-year-old Gavi started for Spain, bro.
I mean, if it's not him, then it's Pedri. I mean, if it's not Pedri, then it's Gavi.
It's crazy.
I
though.
mean,
Pedri-
Koke could have been there.
There's a lot of players. that
Parejo could have been
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Sergio
no.
Roberto, who's number 10,
Llorente.
You're
could have
naming
been there.
scrubs,
Marcos
though.
Llorente could have been
Berto's
there.
10?
Yeah, disgrace, bro.
You're naming
Llorente.
scrubs.
I had to wash my eyes when I
Llorente
saw
too,
that, bro.
Llorente too.
Yeah, man.
But no, it's always the Barca youngsters.
Youngers.
youngsters. It's always the Barca youngsters, eh? No Madridistas, no nothing, eh?
Ah, man.
Because
Because
Spanish midfielders.
Well, there's a lot. They just
bro,
all
we
play for
just
Barca.
listed some, bro.
No,
They all just
but
play
no,
for
I'm saying
Madrid.
like Madrid don't
Madrid.
have.
They don't have
Madrid?
any Spanish players.
No, they don't. Midfielders, they don't.
I mean, apparently Ancelotti wants to convert Asensio to a midfielder. So
Is Asensio on the
if
team?
you want to count that, no.
Asensio's been
Yeah.
playing more minutes because I know he's been playing like
He's been
left
playing
winger,
well though.
but he's been playing more minutes. He's been like more of a left mid role now.
Yeah,
He's more of a central like mid like outside
Middle wing.
player, middle wing.
exactly.
Middle wing.
Just anything.
But yeah, bro, Mikel Oyarzabal opened up the scoring with a beautiful assist
Tidy
by
finish.
Busquets,
Tidy
bro.
finish. Yeah.
It was a nice finish.
Busquets, bro.
Bottom corner,
Pulling the
finish, bro.
strings still, eh?
Bro, beautiful over the top through
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Easy finish by Mikel.
He had
And-
another chance that he was like on a break, and then I forgot who. I think it was Koundé who caught up to him.
Yeah.
But he was on a break. He's not the quickest player, but he knows how to open up into spaces and take those spaces. But he had that one chance, but they were already up 1-0 at that point.
And then 2 minutes later, man, like Karim Mustafa Benzema,
So
with a
elite.
beauty goal.
Quite a
Finesse
peach of a
shot?
goal, huh?
Yeah,
Bro.
Jay's cousin, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I
Well,
just
that's the
it
brethren.
just still baffles me how a Barca fan is wearing the kit of a Madrid player.
You
That's
have
crazy.
a Madrid kid.
I was forced to buy it.
No, you
Nah, it
were.
was your
For men's
idea,
league.
bro. You
Yeah,
just said.
okay.
Wait, aren't
We
you
asked what
wearing
kits you want.
a Brazil jersey with Vinicius?
No,
Yeah,
my name on it, bro.
But like Brazil, Vinicius. Wait, does yours actually say Benzema on it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Never mind.
Fraud alert! Fraud alert!
Who else would I got on France? He's the best player on the team.
Wait,
Umti-
Dembele. I thought he
Umtiti.
was a
He's not on
wonder
the
kid.
team.
Get an Umtiti kit.
He's good.
What about a long lay kid?
No.
It's
Why
from
would I
2018
get
Euro.
that?
What about Pogba?
Okay, this is all the store had, so I got it.
Couldn't be me, bro.
Huh, look at how nice this kid is.
Deal
Did I
with-
say this isn't a nice
Deal
kid?
with the
kids,
deal
nice
with the devil, that bro.
It is
Yeah,
still
respect
nice,
that.
though.
Okay, I don't respect you then.
What?
How do you not rate
That's your
Benzema?
brother, bro.
I rate him, but I wouldn't wear a Real Madrid player.
You wouldn't wear an R9 kit?
Hmm?
R9
He
kit.
played for
Brazil.
Barca.
What?
Brazil.
France.
You're not French.
Okay.
Jeez. What's the affiliation then?
It's a cool kid. I wear cool kids.
He's a football fan, man.
I
have tons of kids too.
I can't process that.
Man.
You can't process wearing good players and good kids.
A Madrid
It's
player
that
though
simple. So?
that you have no affiliation to.
Exactly. So it's not that serious.
Couldn't be me. But anyways, future Madrid player Mbappe ended up scoring to make it 2-1.
Offside.
Was it offside?
That was so offside,
Was it?
man.
What a
Because
horrible freaking.
Eric Garcia ended up tipping the ball
I don't care.
which kept them onside.
Yeah.
Did that ball when he tipped the ball? Did it go forward? No,
Well,
Is that, I don't know.
technically,
no. Did it go
because
towards?
he was going this way and the ball went forward towards Mbappe.
No, like
Mbappe
forward,
was
like-
behind him. Forward, as in towards the center circle.
But the way he kicked it, went forward. It didn't go behind him when he kicked it.
But the ball
No,
must have
like-
the ball must have gone behind him if he touched it because Mbappe was behind him,
He means forward like Garcia,
Against his goal?
away
Yeah.
from his goal.
Oh, but does that matter?
Because when the ball moves forward, yeah, that's when the offside rule break like cancels off.
I swear if it's a deliberate
touch.
then it counts,
Man,
and it was.
There's so many occasions when the player touches the ball and the player's offside and takes it, and it's offside. It's in the intent if he makes the play to go in the player's offside. If he makes the play, let's say if he passed the ball to the goalie intentionally, like purposely passed the ball to the goalie and Mbappe was offside, he took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did Eric Garcia mean to pass that ball out? No, he just
Obviously
tipped.
not.
He just tipped it
I don't know. Apparently, to the rules of the game, I saw that it's legal. It counts.
because there's so
Supposedly-
many occasions when players like literally are offside positions and a player will go and like let's say clear the ball, but the ref will call offside because the player's already offside. Didn't they do that back in the day?
What?
Even if the player was offside and didn't touch the ball, but the defender touched it, they would call it right away offside. But I think recently they let the play go on nowadays because if the player is offside but doesn't touch it, then the play can still continue. But remember back in the day, if the player was offside and the defender touched it and took control over it, they would literally call the offside right away,
Yeah.
right?
They don't let things play out anymore.
They let things
out,
play
yeah.
out now because now if the player's offside but has no interaction with the ball, like he can just play on the ball and continue to play. But I don't know. That seemed really offside to me, and I feel like that's been occasions where it's been called offside this year, recently in many games.
I heard because now, recently, a couple months, there's a new rule in play. That is because of that.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't call it offside. That even just a touch like that would still have him onside because of a
Because
touch.
he touched it, so
Yeah.
it played him on.
I saw something on Twitter like they were everyone was like talking, well, isn't this offside? Isn't this offside? But they're saying like, oh, this
I
is
would
just
still think that's a stupid call because at the end of the day, as a player, instinctively, you're gonna want to get want to get behind that ball no matter what.
yeah.
Even if the player is behind you, and if there's occasions where he's behind you, but you may think that he's offside, you're not gonna take that chance. You're not gonna take that chance like, oh, I know he's offside, I'm gonna let it go.
Exactly.
And what are the chances that your fullback on the other side of the pitch keeps him onside? Then you're screwed over.
like
No matter what, you're gonna touch that ball if the
Yeah.
if the ball is on, if he's onside or offside.
Yeah.
So for
You
a
gotta
rule
touch it.
for a rule like that to be in place, it's like they're just asking for more goals.
Yeah, like even the commentators were saying, the Spanish commentators when I was watching the game, like this new rule, if it's a new rule, is the dumbest thing ever, and it ruins football because as a defender, what are you expecting to do now? You can't even touch the ball now. As a defender, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to, get in front of the ball, deflect the ball, not let the ball go around you. Now you can't put your leg out, or else if you do,
because if it's a deflection, then it's
Yeah.
offside. But if
Yeah.
it's deliberate, then it's onside.
yeah. So now what do you do? If you think he's onside, you're gonna go for the ball. But if you second guess yourself, and okay, he might be offside, so I'll let it go. No, like still, you know what I mean? Like now the defender has to have these instincts where he has to think, oh, should I really touch it? I don't know if he's really onside. I don't know. Maybe I'll just let it go.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's onside.
I don't
You
know.
know?
This
It ruins football.
This can go both ways. Either they want the defenders to actually go for every single ball possible, meaning like no matter what scenario you're in, just go for that ball.
Mm-hmm.
But that could also lead to injuries. How a lot of players nowadays are always complaining that the refs always leave like their flags down when they're deliberate
Yeah.
offsides. It's like you're making us like make these sprints
Making
back.
us run back for no
When
reason.
players
I
can,
mean,
like,
they do
get
that for
injured.
VAR's sake too, just so like they're
But-
100% sure.
but there are
'Cause if
there-
the,
no,
if the
but-
linesman makes a mistake, then
There's a lot
What's
of
the
chances
point?
where it's blatantly offside, and the linesmen are still not
I
putting it
know.
up.
And
And
they-
like the players are stopped running, and they're like ref, and then the play continues, so they have to sprint back, and then sometimes they're sliding into the play, and next thing you know, he pulls it up after the guy's injured now
Yeah.
on the floor.
yeah,
But that's the thing. Like
That's
these
unfortunate.
two, like when defenders sometimes reach for balls, they can pull a muscle.
yeah, it's
Or
true.
even cause injuries to the opposing player. Like imagine the player's offside, you know he's offside, but now you have to go for it because you know that if you let it go, you never know if anything can happen.
Yeah.
Let's say you end up taking the kid's ankle, even though you thought it was offside. Like I don't know, it can lead so many situations. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know if it'll ruin football, but it's also weird that they change rules in football like every single like time. I feel like they should like come with like a new start like at the beginning of the season. Even with VAR, I know VAR always changes every single time, but
I
they
mean,
should.
you can't please everyone. That's the
But
thing.
usually, like, oh, we made new rules. Even in NBA, anything sport, like we made new rules into the game. It's because it begins at the beginning of the season. And
Beginning-
I know
beginning of next season.
I know a lot of seasons start at different times, but what's the most viewed, most popular seasons usually start in the beginning of, let's say, August, September, end of the season, right? Like, sorry, end of the year.
That's where they all start.
But if they're making changes in games and rules, like mid-season now, and like even a couple games in, it's still a couple games in. Like, you're gonna start making this change now out of a final of a Nations League Cup. It's not a huge cup, but at the end of the day, you're still making these big changes, and some of these players don't know about them.
But
Like
was that change just for that final, or was it implemented before?
It was
Yeah.
implemented
But
a couple months ago. or
Even
something
Eric
like that. I
Garcia, but
heard
if
of
Eric
that.
Garcia knew about it, he wouldn't have said anything about it anyways.
Yeah, but still, like at the end of the day,
I'm
as
sure
a
even-
defender, you're still gonna. Your whole point, your whole job is to stop the ball. Even getting a touch and may deflect it, slow the ball down a bit, which is what happened. But he still brought it forward. Like, you can't blame him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as a defender, your instinct is to
To
react.
to get it. It's
So
an
you're gonna
instinct.
react.
So now what? With
it's
this, if this
stupid.
rules continues, the defender can't do anything now. You lose the legit. You're putting the defender in a loss situation where he's gonna lose no matter what.
Yeah, now
Now the attacker is in favor.
they're gonna be more like pressure on them. Like, oh, if they missed a tackle, like, oh, he sucks. Like, they'll be like judged more during the game. Like, if he doesn't complete that tackle, then what? If he leaves the guy outside, then what?
Yeah, they're favoring the attackers now, which I don't know.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
always been like that.
Yeah, they want more goals. Goals is what sells.
But end of the day, you also want good football, and if it's calls like that, even nowadays, you'll see like a VAR too has been changing with like offside rules, and they're giving like the strikers a little bit of a margin of like offside, if it's like a knee, if it's a little bit, because they say it's part of like the run. It's like you can't really call a huge offside like that. They changed it this year, but that's still so like marginal because there's games will play. Yeah, the refs will give it if it's like maybe this much offside, but in some games they won't give it at all. So it's like where's it fair? Where's it not fair anymore? If they call this for Eric Garcia as an offside, and it happens next week in another game,
Yeah, they better call it now,
Yeah.
right?
It's got to be
Good, right?
consistent.
yeah.
Right.
So that's the one thing with VAR that's not consistent to me, and I know a lot of changes. I know it's still kind of new, but man, like there's a reason why there's TVs. There's a reason why there's cameras. There's a reason why it takes so long. There's so many games it takes like literally 5 minutes to just check something, and then it ends up being the same call the ref called initially.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're saying for Qatar, they're gonna have like the offside calls be like automatic by VAR
What do you mean? Instead of like
instead of like how it is now.
Mhm.
Like there's a
They
delay.
wait.
Like
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
wait, and then
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
it's gonna be automatic this time. So,
But
like
no
right away.
linesman.
I don't know if it's
Just
gonna
a
be no
computer.
linesman. I just saw that it's gonna be
You're
automatic.
still gonna need linesmen to call fouls and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Even
Yeah.
for just like controlling the game a little bit, because with only one ref down there, it's gonna be a little tough.
You're gonna be overwhelmed.
But I'm wondering how they're gonna do that. They're gonna have like cameras.
No, probably the ref with his watch. He sees
Yeah,
the play
but-
and then he checks his watch offside. Okay, he calls
Yeah.
it.
But how? But if it's marginal offsides, how they'd have
Well,
to take time
they
to like
have-
put the
they have bare
put the
cameras,
red
man.
light-
How many guys are in the room? Like what?
Yeah.
3, 4 guys?
You got
Like,
enough guys in
those
there.
guys take forever still.
Not even that. They're the high tech cameras and stuff. And they're gonna catch you. Will catch like this now.
Yeah, it should.
I don't know. It's still like pixelated. It's still running like 4080p or something.
But man, Sergio Busquets, player of the tournament.
Who
At
would have thought?
33 years
man?
old,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, bro?
I saw a thing where on Twitter saying people are not respecting Busquets as
That?
you say
So
It's
Sergio
gotta be.
Busquets never finished in the top 20 of a Ballon d'Or ranking in his entire career. Yet suddenly Jorginho deserves to win despite the fact that his 2020/21 wouldn't even enter Busquets' top 5 seasons.
That's pretty mad.
So has Busquets been overlooked for the Ballon d'Or during his career?
100%.
No.
But his top 5
Hasn't
seasons
made a
was
top
all-
20.
His top 5 seasons was also with Xavi Iniesta though.
That's the
That's
thing.
true. You got
Like,
overlooked
you got-
by better
yeah.
players.
And not even
technically.
that. But in his era, in the era that he was at his prime with like all these players, you had Xabi Alonso, you had Iniesta.
Your Lampards, Gerrard.
Yeah, you
Pirlo,
had
yeah.
everyone, bro. You had
They had more competition. Not
you had
yeah,
s-
I guess not.
a lot
yeah.
of more legends. Legends
Yeah.
of the sport. Nowadays, what do you think of? There's midfielders, not many. There's a handful of
Because the
world-class
quality
players.
of football has gone down.
Exactly. So
Tweeted about it the
so
other day.
players like your Jorginho are praised more, even though
He's not that good.
he's not
He
that
is
good.
good.
He's good, but he's fallen off since the
But like
Euros.
Ballon
He's a-
d'Or worthy though.
No,
No.
he's a what's it
Oh,
called?
I've never said that.
Yeah.
What's the word? He's a systematic player. He's a functional player. He's
Yeah.
he's not someone who changes the game though.
He was just in the conversation because he
No, he
won.
does change
He
it.
plays-
won-
no, he plays the
He won
system.
2 major
He
tournaments in
does
the
change
year.
the game.
He didn't change the game. He plays the
He
system. He
does.
plays the system well. He
But
can play a good position in a role with Chelsea because he can play that pivot.
No,
And the
but
day-
without him in a team, it's different.
It's like Rudiger, bro. Rudiger just knows how to play the system. the
No,
formation.
it's not like Rudiger. 'cause
Even
Rudiger-
Italy when they played Spain in that semifinal there, like they got all three of them midfielders got subbed up. I don't think Jorginho did anything.
Bro, it's a game that means nothing.
But another thing, do you think
You still want
You
to.
think
Look at the
Jorginho-
Euro, the
you
way
Still
think
want to
did.
win it.
you think Jorginho's a much superior midfielder compared to Kovacic?
Yes.
No,
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
he's not
Yeah.
much
If
superior to
Kovacic and
He is superior,
Conte started
though.
the midfield,
Mm.
Jorginho and Conte would be the same.
What?
Jorginho, Conte, and
No, wait,
Kovacic,
seriously,
Conte
I
is
wasn't
the same.
listening. I was saying something to him.
Jorginho, Conte, and Kovacic, Conte is the exact same midfield to me.
No. Do you think Kovac is as good as Kante and Jorginho?
No, Conte is on his own part of the side of the table
Conte's-
here.
well,
Conte is Conte, but I'm
Not
comparing.
from this year, though.
I'm comparing.
Jorginho was
I'm comparing
definitely better than him.
Kovacic and Jorginho
Was
now.
he?
Yes, he was.
Wait, what other Chelsea players were in that Ballon d'Or list?
Too many.
Yeah.
Mason
their whole-
Mount
their
was
whole
there.
team.
Aspilicueta, what's his name? Mason Mount.
I think they just ran out
Oh,
of
Mason
players.
Mount
To, I,
got
don't know, I think they just didn't watch football. They said, "Oh,
Yeah.
who made the Champions League final? Oh,
Phil Foden.
Chelsea
is in
won,
the
right?"
list.
And they just took players from those two
How is
teams.
Phil Foden?
And
though?
Phil Foden
He
was
played
on
one
the-
game in the Euros.
He was a better
that happen?
Man City
It's
player in the
'cause-
season.
How'd that happen?
I don't care, bro. He doesn't deserve
It's
it.
because the
though.
quality of
Nah,
football
there's
has gone
better
down.
quality.
You know,
than
you know who
those
got
players.
snubbed though?
Who?
Marcos Llorente, bro.
Yeah.
Look that
Double
up.
If
digits
anyone,
in
he
goals and
deserves it
assists,
more
bro.
than
He wasn't there.
Phil
Okay.
Foden. Bro, you
I-
stop players like Harry Kane. He hasn't
No.
won a single thing.
Okay, but Harry Kane had the numbers last season.
I don't care. He's having the numbers for how long?
I
Every
agree.
season he has the numbers.
Ah.
Now
I-
this season, now it matters.
I
Didn't
agree.
2 seasons, 3 seasons ago, he was always top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Never made it once the Ballon d'Or list. Now he does. Why?
I don't
He
know.
didn't do anything for England.
I'm sure he made a Ballon d'Or list a couple of years ago.
He had to have.
I don't know, man.
But again, I don't think this year there was many outstanding players. Messi, Ronaldo fell off this year. Messi maybe a little.
I don't know about Messi.
what.
fell off.
Neither of them had. did.
Messi's a
Ronaldo was top
potential
goal
Ballon
scorer,
d'Or
so
winner.
yeah,
Okay, no,
for
you're right.
21,
You're
bro.
right.
He's
No,
been
they-
having one of the
they're
best
right.
seasons this
They
season.
they had good numbers, but again,
Last
besides
They just
them,
had shit teams.
besides them, there was no one really else competing in the Ballon d'Or race.
Lewandowski?
Lewandowski, yeah. Neymar that wasn't really the strongest either,
No.
right? And besides that, there's just players who really would
Benzema.
Salah.
Benzema.
players who reached the
Salah,
finals. Players who
Mo.
reached the finals. Chelsea reached the finals. A lot of
Mo
their players are gonna
Salah.
be in. City did a good season. They had won the league, reached the finals of the Champions League. Some Italian players. Is Donnarumma on there? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Donnarumma
know.
was
Yeah,
in
he
it.
was.
To be
You said
honest.
Marcus.
Bonucci was in it too, no?
Yeah, Bonucci was in there.
Chiellini didn't get it though.
No.
No.
Was he there? I don't remember the list.
I don't
to
think
be
Did
they
honest.
Bonucci have a good season?
Season? Yeah, he was pretty.
They won the Euro. They
Yeah.
made that Euro run, so that every
Means a
time there's
lot.
an international tournament, that's always weighed very heavily
Yeah,
in
it
the
is.
rankings.
It is. It is.
You said Marcus Llorente got snubbed, right? I agree with that, but that just shows how the quality's gone down.
Yeah.
Who's Marcus Llorente
What do you mean?
compared to like
He's a young player.
A
compared to like
midfielder in
co-
a defensive Simeone team who had double digits in
okay,
goals and
but
assists.
who's
Isn't that
that
impressive?
compared to like
Very versatile. Very versatile.
Playing as a right back.
okay, but who's that
Yeah.
compared to the top 20 players of the 2000s?
What are we comparing them?
That's what I'm doing.
Can't compare.
No, you
them.
can't
not.
compare them. You have to
Uh,
compare.
yeah, I
you got to
can.
compare them within this year.
I'm saying how the quality's dropped.
Oh,
if
no,
you're comparing
100%.
Yeah,
those-
but we
those
haven't
players
seen-
after knowing what they did in their whole career.
Yeah, we haven't
you're-
seen a lot of these players' careers fully pan
Yeah.
out.
No.
Like Llorente could become a world beater. at
Okay,
one
but
point.
say you look at the, let's say, 2015 Ballon d'Or list.
Mhm.
In the moment, it was a good list. In the moment, this isn't a good list.
That's true.
No, it's not.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
it's not
right.
a good list.
There's a lot of players
This
on
is
the list
probably-
that you'd probably think would never make a
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or
Like,
list.
this is
Yeah.
probably one of the
Seriously.
worst lists.
But
I've
there's a
ever
lot of
seen.
young players on the list, and
And
there's a lot of good players that didn't get onto the list. that I-
can you name us a couple?
Huh? Like they just had bad seasons. Like I'll just name Juve players.
Delict.
Delict, he could
The
be.
Licht's not
Swerve
gonna
this
be
guy says
on
he was
Ballon
on
d'Or
last
list.
season.
He was in the last season, no?
Huh?
Come on.
He was
Van
in
Dijk-
the last.
Delict-
I
Delict's
think
gonna be
I
on
think
Ballon d'Or
I
list?
think Van Dijk maybe.
No, I'm saying that he had a bad season. Delict is gonna make it the next year though.
You think?
Chiesa will make it next year. Like there's
You
talents
think
that
so?
did, yeah. There's talents that didn't make it.
De
like-
Jong even could have been on it.
Huh?
De Jong could have been on it.
Young.
I don't
Yeah.
know. He's nasty.
There's a lot of players that didn't get
Why
on the
still
list that are
Foden
a
on
lot
it then?
talented than the players that got
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the list.
But they just had like their teams didn't have a good season,
Yeah.
so they were
Yeah.
That's what
overlooked.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But taken again, it's always a Barca player. Pedri, 17 years old.
On the list.
2 years ago, he was playing for who again?
Las Palmas.
Las Palmas.
Crazy.
One season at Barca. 70, how many games? 74 games? 76 games?
A lot.
Too many.
Euros Young Player of the Year. Nasty, destroying, like breaking records, and now he's in Ballon d'Or.
It's crazy, man.
Mad at it.
17, that's crazy. dude.
Isn't that the other trophy called again? The
Copa?
Copa.
That's like the young player of
Young
the.
player's not
That's a
right.
young player of the year, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh, and silver in the Olympics.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Man had a pretty decent year, bro.
Yeah.
And that
it's
I feel like
crazy.
for him compared to any other player was more an individual kind of achievements.
'Cause he was cooking,
Besides
yeah.
Lewandowski, maybe for goals, but besides numbers, I feel like Pedri was not putting out numbers, but he was putting in like the effort and
Good
was like
performances.
Yeah.
performances.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
performances.
Like
But don't
overall,
you kind of want to? Isn't that what the Ballon d'Or is?
that's what I'm saying. Like
the
he's one of the
personal
players who can say like
performance?
Yeah.
he was what needed to be playing these games because it shows like he was there for a reason. Like he was
Yeah.
playing all these games for a reason. He was being played injured for a reason,
Yeah,
right?
Starting for Spain, man.
yeah.
crazy.
Okay, but we're talking about Ballon d'Or.
Mm.
Lock it in right now. Who's your pick for the Ballon d'Or?
Jeez.
Messi, 100%.
Give me one sentence. Why?
The numbers, I guess.
The numbers.
You give me better than that.
I don't know. What else you want me to say? It's
Okay,
Messi.
What
fair.
did he do?
You go. Who's your pick?
I think Messi as well.
Why?
'Cause I think they're gonna give Lewandowski the 2021 because it was very deserved.
Hopefully
And
they do.
I think Messi won the Copa America, which I think is gonna be
What, man of the match every game, I think.
big for him.
Finished top scorer and assist, I
Right.
believe, too.
Won a trophy with
First time
Barca,
ever.
which is good. The only thing that I think might be a knock on him is that he hasn't had the best start to his PSG career
Yeah.
in terms of like numbers or performances.
Then again,
was-
he
he
didn't
was
start
injured.
the first few games,
Yeah,
too.
but I think that I think Messi will take it.
Yeah,
I can't really see anybody else from this year that like deserves it
Mhm.
more.
Nah, people are gonna say
Than
Benz,
him.
but
Yeah,
nah.
So when are they finally? Like I know they're in the list right now, but
When does
since
it end?
since it's on the list, these players are on the list. Is it like, are they like being looked at from when the list was made before,
No.
or is it still being looked at
it's
now?
from this calendar year,
Yeah, it's from the calendar
from
year.
the start of 2021 to the end of 2021.
Not saying that it's an early list because we're in October. I know there's still there's 2 months left, but I know 2 months won't make a big difference. But there's not really major trophies to win. But
Yeah. I don't think the list will change too much.
well,
like,
you think players can make a big difference in the next 2 months if they deserve it or not?
nah.
Ballon d'Or is decided by summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think so?
usually.
Doesn't
Yeah. Yeah.
this season doesn't matter. It never does.
You
Yeah.
think it's also decided by
Usually.
like the end of the season too because of like whoever won the league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll have a big impact.
Is it also like considered somewhat a little bit of 2021? Sorry, 2020?
No.
No. I don't think
Well,
so.
Kind of, because it's based on the 2020-2021 season, no?
No,
No.
I think it goes by calendar year.
but it does. But like technically, like September to now doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It never does.
So you're saying it's from January till the summer?
yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
Essentially.
pretty much.
That's why I
Because usually,
think
yeah,
it'll
there's
be
only like
Messi,
2-3
yeah.
months in the beginning of the season when it's the year before,
Yeah.
and nothing really is impactful by then.
Yeah.
Usually, when the numbers count is when the end of the season ends. Right?
Like
So-
maybe that'll
pretty
help
much.
impact. Like let's say
Yeah.
for example, if you had a player that won the Euro, you had a player that won the Copa America, they're very equal, but one had a better start to this season than the other, then maybe that
Mm-hmm.
tips them above.
But even I feel like
But
even the end of the
even
last
then-
season, because I'd see the numbers you get from last season usually. But no, you're right. I definitely think Messi because of the Euro, the Copa America, and definitely coming up against the Brazil side who was also dominant in the league
Yeah.
in the tournament, and even now during qualifiers. Even now, even Argentina are having some trouble like qualifying too. They're not getting all their wins and whatnot.
I mean, they're second place.
They
right now.
slapped
they're
Uruguay.
chilling, bro.
They
They
last, but then they
win.
tied.
Not
Didn't they
Uruguay.
tie thing?
I don't think they tied. I think they won
What's
both games.
What's a tie?
They slapped up Uruguay the other night.
I think they won both
I was
I
games.
think,
watching
they, I
that
think they
game.
won both games. Then
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but
Rodrigo
yeah.
De Paul put
They're
in a
6
good
points ahead
performance.
of third,
Yeah.
ahead of Ecuador.
So
and
they're in
then
so they're in second.
6 behind Brazil.
But no, again, Messi proved it during the Copa America with his man of the match awards, the goals, everything like that.
Mhm.
Even just being impactful. And at the end of the day, he got the trophies, and
Yeah.
he was with that player that really proved that it was a single individual award that needs to be given
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Messi.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
an individual
without a
award at the end
doubt.
of the day.
Pretty easily, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Not
do you
a
have someone
doubt.
else in mind, Jade?
So who are your picks?
Again, it's obvious. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Everyone else.
I think
said it.
everyone's
Yeah.
gonna say Messi. But
Oh,
Jade-
you're saying
Ronaldo.
Messi?
Ronaldo doesn't have a chance.
Nah.
You also got to think what he did for Barca. Like you can see now how crucial he was for Barcelona.
Yeah.
One player. If anything, we got stronger with more signings, but we lost with our biggest player.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see. And I don't know. He looks like he's gonna start stepping up for PSG. Scored a banger
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Messi, man. I don't see anyone else. Benzema's doing well. Yeah, it might be a stint though. It might be for a couple. You know,
Nah, it's
He cooked last year
Nah,
too.
he's been cooking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has.
but now he's been like just going off.
If they won the Euros, then maybe I could see an argument for Benz. But
Mhm. No, it's gotta be Messi.
yeah, Messi had the numbers, he had the trophies, and he had the big game
Yeah.
like individual performances. So I think
Mhm.
like he kind of checks all the boxes.
Exactly.
You know,
for sure.
Yeah.
So who's your pick?
You're gonna be different, eh?
No,
You're gonna
Messi.
be different.
It's gotta be Messi this
Ah.
year.
I just I
Unanimous
didn't think
in it.
everyone would say Messi,
Yeah.
but
There's no
think-
one else this year.
The
that you
list
could
is
pick.
really
Yeah.
is what it is. Like
I
end
feel
of
like
the
if you
day.
would ask some other people, not everyone would say Messi.
Why?
Who would be second?
Yeah, who do we
A lot. I feel like a lot of people would say
Bravo.
Jorginho.
No,
Nah.
I don't think
A lot of
Jorginho.
Italians,
He's not even the
Yeah.
best player on Chelsea.
No, I know that.
but just off awards, they might.
don't
just
even
give
be
it
the
to him.
best.
a lot of
player.
people. I think a lot of people
So
would
you're
say
saying-
Jorginho.
A player that's not the best on their
It-
team would
it-
win a
it's-
Ballon d'Or.
No, I'm saying like, okay, no, I'm saying like if you have Messi in your team, you're not gonna be the best player, but you could still be the.
Mhm.
You could contribute the most to the team.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, you'd assume the best player on a team wins the award.
You think was Jorginho the player of the tournament for Italy?
No, it was Donnarumma.
Yeah.
He won it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I clearly Donnarumma was the better player. Of the
Yeah, but
tournament.
you gotta think of the whole year. He had a CL
Yeah,
and he got.
But
Euro.
was he the best player at Chelsea?
no, he wasn't.
But he
Mendy was.
contributed a huge amount
Mendy-
to both
as
teams.
our keeper-
But was he the best player on Chelsea?
On both of his teams, the keeper were the best players, weren't they? Didn't Mendy also win like one of the best players? Or he won the best goalie of the tournament.
Yeah.
Mendy?
Mendy.
He did win best.
For CL.
Oh yeah. True.
Yeah, Klubali said that Mendy should be in the list.
Yeah, I saw that.
That would be a bad
Interesting.
show.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. With players like Jorginho, he's fortunate to be part of a good team on both ends of the pitch. Sorry, both sides.
Would you
of
say
an
that?
But can we say the
international-
same about Busquets then? Or is that a different kind of case?
Busquets is different kind of case because he's
But
proving-
why?
He got overlooked.
But why is it a
Look,
different kind of
he's
case?
still-
I know. Like
You're-
I know why. I just
you're
want to
just
see
asking
what
the
his.
question?
Yeah, I just want to see his reasoning.
I'll say because you can see it at Barca. There's no Messi now. Who's pulling the strings? It's been Busquets.
in the midfield. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jorginho
Coleman rejuvenated his career.
Jorginho doesn't pull the strings for Chelsea.
Look at Spain. Who's pulling the strings?
Busquets.
It's
Lucy.
Busquets.
Yeah.
He's sending these balls
Not
through.
Pedri?
Bro, there's no
Pedri's like a Jorginho in my opinion, but like
No, they're different.
that, like,
way different.
that like he
The
he
core of
does
the
his role. He
midfield,
just does his role.
the core
you
of the
know?
midfield is Busquets for Spain and Barcelona, but he does have great players next to him like De Jong, Pedri, even the international.
Mhm.
They have Pedri, Gavi, whoever else in the midfield.
All I gotta say is there's no quote on Jorginho saying if you watch the game, you don't see Jorginho. If you watch Jorginho, you see the game. It's Busquets, bro. If you watch
No.
Busquets, you see
Who
the
said
game.
that though?
Del Boss.
El Bosque.
Okay, Spanish.
Okay.
But is he wrong?
Busquets is a world-renowned manager. He knows what he
But
does.
he
Yeah.
coached.
Come on.
Del
But
Bosque
he
is one of the
but
best
is he
managers in
wrong?
the
But
world.
he knows football.
But is that cap?
But he knows football.
I'm
End
not
of the
saying
day,
it's cap. I
end of
told
the
you
day-
I know what's right and what's wrong. I
Okay.
just want to see like what your reactions are about like these things.
No.
But I'm saying he's a Spanish coach. Obviously, he's gonna say it about Spanish players. Not gonna say it about some other national.
But is that
player.
wrong though?
No, but that's the reason he's gonna bring up Busquets because he's Spanish and he deserves that. He thinks that Spanish players deserve
but
it
you-
more than they aren't
But you
given.
think he's the only player that
No, but he's
like
gonna
that?
he's gonna speak for Spanish players in general because he's Spanish. He's
Okay.
worked with Busquets.
You
He knows the quality of Busquets. But even if any international, if I'm Brazilian and I think Neymar deserved to be, let's say he's not, and I think this player that's Brazilian deserves to be on it because I'm Brazilian and I think that the Brazilian player deserves to be on it because of his quality and how he performed. It's not just because he's Spanish. It's also because he's gonna obviously support his national players.
Okay.
So then you're just saying he's biased.
So a manager, yeah, he's biased.
He's-
'Cause, like,
yeah,
I'll-
But
I'll-
is he wrong? That's all I'm
listen,
asking.
hold on.
No,
Not just-
answer. Am I wrong
No,
though?
I'll
Is he
answer
wrong?
with another thing that I was about to say.
I'll answer with
another
another question.
another great manager, Capello. Is he not a great manager? Yes. or
Yeah,
no?
Yeah, he's a
sure.
good manager.
What do you say about
He
him?
said that Jorginho deserves the Ballon d'Or this year.
Okay. No.
So are we gonna take his word for it? Probably not.
I don't know. It's a
No.
little ridiculous.
But do you agree with
statement,
that?
I don't agree. 'cause
Yes
I
or
think
no?
Messi
Yes or no?
should have it
Okay.
this year.
So no. But do you agree
No.
with what Del
Yes,
Boss said
but
about
I
Busquets?
think that other
Then that's
players
it.
have that. You can't just say one player and that's it, just Busquets.
But
No,
which is
Busquets
why I'm
not
saying
even, not
which-
even a top 10 midfielder of all time. And he's not.
is Jorginho?
No, none of them are.
Okay.
If anything, Busquets closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I know
Mi-
Busquets. I know
miles-
Busquets is the
miles-
better player of all time.
Miles closer.
I know that, but not this year.
No, not this year.
Nah.
And we're talking about this year.
You think so?
No, we're just saying Busquets.
I'm
better
talking about
than-
in
Jorginho
general.
was the better midfielder. This
I'm just
year.
saying Busquets is
And
better
that's
than
facts.
Jorginho in general.
Maybe.
I'm talking
Okay.
about in
It
general.
was.
Maybe.
Okay. Like, Jorginho's a fantastic player, obviously, but to say he should win the Ballon d'Or is a disgrace.
I'm not saying that.
Like,
I said Messi.
like I
I didn't
get,
put him second.
like I get you're Italian. You have your pride. Like, he's one of your best players. First of all, why do you have pride? He's not even Italian. He's
No,
Brazilian.
no. There we go.
But
There's a reason
but-
why he chose to play for the better
no,
team.
but I get it.
Better
like,
team.
Like,
He wasn't good enough to play for Brazil.
I get it.
Bro, you
Let
guys
me
can't win the Copa
talk, man.
America.
Let me talk.
Relax.
I get it. Like, you have pride in
Bro,
your
the Copa
national.
America team's better than the
I need
Euro
the clip.
team.
No, no.
Literally, I need the clip. But, you have pride in your national team player. I get it, but like, no, it'd be an absolute disgrace. Like he's not
not
he's
a
not good enough to
disgrace.
win a Ballon d'Or.
So when
He's not the best player on any of his
It's just-
teams.
so when
it's
you
just-
heard Capello said that, you're like, you know, he kind of spitting.
No,
He
no,
kinda-
it's
he
not, it's
kinda
not a
spitting.
disgrace. You can't say it's a disgrace.
is.
Yeah, it is.
That's a little over dramatic.
He's not even Italian though.
He's not even the best player on his respective teams.
Okay.
He wasn't the best player in Italy. He wasn't the best player on Chelsea.
Okay.
So how's that justified?
He won 2 things and he played a huge part in both.
He won or his team won?
Yeah, I say he played a huge part in both.
Like when
Maybe.
I always say like the quality of footballers has dropped. Jorginho being a top 3 Ballon d'Or candidate is the picture of
I
that.
don't think he's gonna be in the top 3.
But like the fact that like it's possible that he's
The
in
fact that there are
contention.
talks about it.
There's talks about it. That's the
Obviously,
thing.
there's
Like,
gonna be
the
The
talks.
fact that I've seen edits about it.
Man,
No.
you're getting talks about
Like-
any player who wins everything
No.
over a
The
year.
fact-
Yes, you will.
The fact that if he makes
But
top
what about
3,
Busquets?
You didn't win anything.
No.
What about in 2010?
2010.
That's
Wasn't-
2010. That was
Overshadowed by Xavi
Yeah,
and Iniesta.
Xavi and Iniesta.
Okay,
hard.
but you're saying if you win something,
He's
you're
the
gonna be-
third best midfielder in that midfield.
Okay, so is Jorginho. Verratti and
You
Varela.
say Verratti, but you always say Verratti.
I'm putting
better than-
Verratti and
Verratti's the
Varela
best
over
one.
Jorginho.
I know,
Yeah.
I do too.
Oh, there it
They're
is,
both
bro.
good.
Case closed.
Kante better than Jorginho.
Not Kovacic, so don't even say.
He's
it.
more talented.
I
but
say
I'll
he's
put
Kovacic's.
Jorginho over
I
him.
think Kovacic is pretty
Kovacic is
close,
a more
man.
talented player than Jorginho.
But the better player is Jorginho.
No,
Yeah.
Kovacic
Yeah.
might be
Right now.
better, but I think Jorginho might be smarter.
Yeah.
He's
He
the
knows
better
what-
overall
He knows what
player.
he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I can compare
Kovacic is a
this.
good midfielder. I'll give him that. I like.
It's like
Kovacic.
when Modric won the Ballon d'Or too. Like he did a good run for the World Cup. He won the
Yeah,
Champions
was he
League.
the best player?
Nah, that
Oh,
was
there you
that
go.
was a farce.
That was
but-
also one that a lot of players like just bit their tongue. Like a lot of fans like just kind of was like, what the hell?
He
Like,
wants something
Yeah,
new.
but even then, Modric is an all-time player.
but he
So,
is
I
world
know.
class. End of the day,
Yeah.
Modric is much more superior than Jorginho
one of
ever
the
will
best
be.
midfielders ever. Yeah.
He has the trophies to prove it.
Like Jorginho, Modric clearly guided his nation to that World
Yeah.
Cup final.
No,
mean
not him
Rakitic?
by himself. Rakitic helped a lot as
No,
well.
but Modric was everywhere.
Mandzukic.
Modric was a key player,
Perisic.
Modric was the player. For
Yeah, you need your
Croatia.
guys. But
and he had the numbers in
Perluka.
Champions League too.
Jorginho's not Ballon d'Or quality. Not even close.
not even top 3.
But the fact that
So
like
he's not in your top 3?
the thing is, if he makes the top 3, I can see a lot of Italians being, yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah,
I
of
don't
course
know.
they're gonna
That's
say
what
that.
That's what irks me, because he doesn't.
Well, because there's an easy reason to say he
Obviously,
deserves
you're
it,
gonna
you
go
know?
for your nation's player. Like you're not
No.
gonna say no.
But then by that logic, wouldn't Barella also be an
Yeah.
easy shout?
Barella should
Yeah,
be
but
up
he
there,
didn't win a Euro. He didn't win Champions League.
When I said
When
He
said,
won a
yeah.
league.
Yeah, but Champions League.
Don't people notoriously say it's harder to win a league than it is to win a CL?
Yeah, but Champions League is a lot
Scudetto, no?
bigger of a thing.
Yeah, but
No, like,
they broke
Scudetto.
Juve's
Yeah.
9
Come on.
streak deadlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but they also got knocked out in
Key
the group
part of
stage
it too,
Champions
though.
League.
I don't even remember Jorginho last season. To keep it like before the Euro,
He was just there. He was buzzing.
he was just there.
He
He's a side pass
he had
merchant.
he had a poor season when
He's
it
a
came-
back pass.
He was
merchant.
he didn't do anything with Lampard.
Nah.
Wasn't he like on the bench with Lampard?
He was good with
Might
under
have been.
Sadi though.
Yeah, but Lampard. I
But
don't
he
know.
was good under Tuchel, which I think a lot of the cases like good managers bring out players and make
The
them
best out of
better.
players.
Look at
Yeah.
Rudiger.
Obviously, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. System player.
Yeah, system player.
But yeah,
I don't know.
did we
I don't know
finish-
if I'd put him in my top 3.
Did we finish
Nah.
off the Nations League end of the game?
No, and-
Yeah,
Uh,
we said
we did.
2-1.
well,
Yeah,
Italy
Benzema won.
Italy faced
LG Simo.
Belgium for the 3rd place.
Yo,
Uh,
Belgium, man.
Didn't Barella
Belgium
score a
sucks.
cracker?
Huh?
Didn't Barella score a banger?
Yeah, he did score
Yeah,
a nice
volley,
goal.
half volley kind of thing.
But man, Belgium's
it.
golden generation.
Sucked.
What a
Not even a
disappointment.
Nations League to their name.
What did De Bruyne say? He's
De
like,
Bruyne
"Nah,
said
it's hard to
that-
compete with these teams
Yeah,
like
with
France and
France
stuff.
and Italy that have deep squads, like we can't compete. But like
Bel-
you have a deep squad. You
Meh,
just
no, you don't.
Belgium,
They do.
Belgium-
They have like 2-3
Eh.
strong
don't,
players
no,
on
no,
the bench.
a golden generation. Not right now. Right now they're
Yeah.
kind of old. If you look at their golden generation, what was it like 2018?
the 2018 World Cup.
Yeah.
2018 World Cup, they had depth.
That squad
It
was
just-
mad.
It's just like maybe their left back, right back.
Probably
didn't have.
2016, I'd say.
Either
I would
way.
say- I would say
Whatever year it
2018.
was. It was the only position they didn't have was right back.
But there was good teams also.
What do you mean right backs?
I'd say 2016 was their best team.
But you can also say this year, last year, look, Lukaku's in his prime.
Yeah.
De Bruyne is in his
De
prime.
Bruyne is in his
It's just
prime.
Hazard,
Hazard-
that couldn't match up.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the only thing.
That's-
But then
Hazard's
you
at
have,
Burger King.
you
Yeah.
have Witzel who's doing really well
Yeah,
as well.
no, he's okay.
Surprisingly,
Carrasco.
surprisingly,
Carrasco's
Vertonghen,
balling.
Alderweireld are still doing a lot.
Which is
of
why
work.
2016 was their best. chance.
Surprisingly, the defenders are still going in
What
strong.
company was still playing?
Yeah,
they had Company,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Company was still there.
Courtois in his prime now,
They've had,
though.
yeah, they still had a solid squad. I think they definitely underachieved in both the Euros and the nation. They just couldn't beat Italy.
No, I think they're yeah. Their biggest part was not having a good manager. And don't tell me Martinez is a good manager. He's not.
I can agree with you.
I don't like it.
there.
You think they'll get rid of him soon?
He sucks.
Who else are they gonna
I
get?
don't know,
They
Barca.
They kind of They can't really get anyone because there's no good Belgium manager. They gotta get someone from abroad.
Yeah.
I don't
Titi
know.
Henry.
There's no one good in the league.
I'm
What?
sure they'll find
Any
someone.
Belgium managers? No.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
But when I like close my eyes, I can see like I can see England, you know, Lampard and Gerrard, that generation in Belgium, you know.
You think
Golden generation, they're just not
they
able
just
to do
couldn't
it.
win a thing?
you know?
No, they were much superior.
And
than
it always
England,
comes down to the
Belgium.
coach.
Yeah, they couldn't
See?
win the thing, bro.
Just couldn't
Yeah.
function together, man, you know.
Too many egos to handle.
Yeah.
It is a lot of egos, especially when Hazard's out of shape. And
You
he
have
still wants to
Hazard,
play.
you have De Bruyne, you have Lukaku.
Belgium's a small country at the end of the day, so
Yeah,
the
but
fact that they produced this
I guess,
generation
yeah,
is pretty
it's
impressive.
It's a lot of
That's a
talent,
big
man.
achievement for
It's a
them.
lot
I
of
think
talent,
I
man.
think Carrasco is a better player than Hazard.
all time
Right
or-
now.
No, right
Right
now.
now,
yeah.
Oh, right now, yeah.
Even Thorgan Hazard's a better.
Hazard doesn't
Hazard.
even play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he does play. Didn't he play like
Yeah,
in the
but, like,
semifinals?
But he
Yeah,
doesn't
like,
like. He doesn't like. He doesn't
he's
like.
doing
actually-
suicides
yeah.
out there.
He doesn't actually play. Like, he's just on the field.
Just beep test, bro.
Salamaker's playing the semifinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got injured again.
What a player, yeah. Salamakers.
Salamaker's almost scored. He
I
hit
don't
it off
know.
the crossbar.
I don't know. It's tough though. Like when the golden generation doesn't pan
Yeah.
out like that, it's always kind of sad to look back.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know?
little sad.
It is, but then again, it's not like they're in an era where there's no good teams around. You got France, you got Germany, you
Yeah,
got
a lot of
Brazil,
strong
Argentina. It's
sides.
gonna be hard to win anything, right? Only one team can win the World Cup. Only
You
one
guys
team
think?
can win the Euros.
You guys think Belgium has like any kind of shot at the World Cup next year?
No.
Nah.
Any
No,
kind of
why not?
shot?
Any team has.
They're
a shot.
done.
they
Like,
got some good players coming
Or you
up.
think they're finished?
Tielemans,
You think they're
Ballon.
finished?
no, they got talent coming up, but
Yeah, Doku.
Goku, Salah.
It won't be enough, I
Salamaker's-
think.
It won't be
that-
enough.
That's it.
I blame Hazard, man. If he was still good, they'd have a really good chance.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because his other attackers are in their prime.
Yeah.
It's true. Didn't line up.
No.
Tough.
You see where Courtois said after the game too.
What?
He was saying how FIFA have their own agenda. They don't
Oh,
care
yeah.
about the players. Again, blah blah. They only care about the money. All these games we're playing. It's horrible for us as athletes. They don't
Think they're
care about our
robots.
health. They think we're
Yeah.
robots.
Well, that's
Well,
that
a lot of players have been speaking out about.
I mean,
that.
that's true because
It's been
apparently,
nonstop, man.
apparently
games
for
these
the
guys.
2022 World Cup, players are just gonna have 1 week of preparation. So clubs are gonna release players on the 14th of November.
Wow.
That tournament's gonna start on the 21st.
That's
And it's in
Madness.
Dubai,
Crazy.
too.
But that's
And it's in Dubai.
because
Madness.
it's in
Isn't
November.
it in Qatar?
Qatar, I mean.
Yeah.
It's during their season, no? Like how's the season gonna be now?
It's gonna get split up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too
like,
much
how's it
gonna be a
corruption.
Just say
break.
go into the
They're
summer.
gonna
That's when you know there's
no,
so
no, no.
much. Like it
They're
just
gonna
fucks
they'll
up
probably start
everything.
earlier and then they'll extend their like holiday season because a lot of teams like after the Bundesliga has a Christmas break, no?
Yeah, German has like a winter break.
So, but
Yeah.
Premier League has like a week or two, but they might extend it and then just extend the league in the next year.
The Premier League has to get rid of a cup, I think.
Man,
You
they
got
should-
too many
the
cups.
players
man.
should just
Yeah.
boycott the World Cup at this point, man.
You think?
Yeah. Bro, this World Cup was built on modern day slavery.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Like anyone with a right conscience would
there-
boycott this
people are
World Cup. bro.
dying.
Do you think people?
Billion.
Do you think players are actually gonna boycott the
They
Players
should,
gotta
bro.
get their check,
They
man.
should, man. Plus, they're playing in inhumane
Yeah,
conditions.
inhumane
1 week
conditions.
of preparation,
They're
hot
not gonna
weather,
do it, though.
terrible spot.
Because
It's
like,
Qatar football
yeah,
nation.
but like you say that, you think Messi, it's his last chance to win the World Cup, he's gonna boycott it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
man.
Ronaldo.
Maybe
No,
not him,
the
but
players
some
won't.
this is some players like only chance to ever play in a World Cup.
players should.
They're not gonna do it.
If they have, if
It's
they have a good,
obviously-
if they have the right conscience.
The thing
Okay,
is-
but like that's
that's
so
the
like
thing,
easy
though.
to say. Like,
Yeah.
You think there'll be a lot of players? Not that you hope, but like even at the Euros, and a lot of players like got like with Ericsson situation. Another player I think passed
A
out
lot
the
of
game.
players were overworked. I think.
Yeah, and
that's
I
the
feel
thing
like
too,
I feel like
man.
in this tournament too, like if they don't take water breaks every like 10 minutes or something,
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be
these
tough.
players are gonna be really like
Yeah.
They should
Fatigued.
add subs.
they're gonna need to like not like subs that we do, but like maybe like add an extra sub.
Rolling subs.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, they already had
League
five,
stuff.
2 extra subs. Now it's 5. They added 2 more. It's gonna be 7.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna. I think there's AC in the stadiums.
But even then, man, there's still that.
Yeah,
sun.
it's still gonna
No,
be hot.
dude.
But like,
The
it's
Yeah.
stadium, if the stadium's open, which it's gonna be, what's AC?
Crazy
gonna do?
technology,
AC's not
though.
gonna touch the field unless they
Right.
put AC under
No,
the
I think they
ground.
literally put it under the grass.
Yeah, under the grass. They have huge
Might
ass
have to,
propellers
yeah.
over.
Just this whole thing is just messed up, man.
But yeah, what Courtois thing it goes hand in hand with what Neymar has been saying with his
Yeah.
interview with was it goal?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
well, it might be his.
It comes down to where it's like, yeah, these players are kind of taken advantage of, and then when they do have bad games, end of the day, it's kind of like they're treated like shit because this thing is their fault. and then there's obviously like fans and like media pointing fingers at them. Even with the whole Neymar shit, everyone's saying, "Oh, he sucks," or not. He sucks, but like,
no, the media in Brazil, like they're so harsh on Neymar. Like,
are they really?
yeah, because
I would feel like they would support him compared to like Western,
nah,
like our like North American media, where like everything is kind of just like attack.
Nah, like I understand like kind of where Neymar's coming from, because like, bro, he's been leading this team for over a decade now. Like, the pressure that's put on him, bro, like being Brazilian, like one of the best.
But
they're not a
bad
like,
team.
Yeah,
They're not
but
a
they
bad
have no
team.
attack besides him.
But it
No,
doesn't
man,
matter. The
there's-
pressure is put on the best player. He's the
Yeah.
number
Oh,
10.
no,
bro.
obviously.
He carries the weight of that jersey.
End of the day,
He carries the weight of a nation. He carries the weight of a team that's won 5 World Cups.
Yeah. Plus,
The amount of pressure on him, bro, is astronomical.
plus it's not like, say like 06 where like, if there's a lot of pressure on Dino, at least R9's there
Yeah,
to take
exactly.
pressure.
That's what I'm saying.
Kaká's there to take pressure.
That's what
but
I'm
there's
saying.
No one's there to take pressure off Neymar.
But I feel like Neymar also brings the pressure.
How?
What does that mean, though?
Not like purposely, because he also is like in media a lot. He's also one of the biggest brands in the world with like everything. He himself.
Can't be his fault.
his-
But is that
he-
justified?
But he himself is his own
pressure's
brand.
not
He's a big
justified,
brand.
though.
Like Neymar Jr. is a big brand in world football, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not his fault, because at the end of the day he's making the money, and it's not like players like Marquinhos. He's a big player. He's one of the captains. He should also be stepping up, but he can't
Yeah, but
step up. compared to
Neymar's
Neymar.
the number 10, bro.
At the end of the day, like he's comparing, like there's so many players.
Brazil, he's been carrying Brazil for over a decade on his shoulders.
but there's
bro.
so many players like he could compare to like
No,
Kaká.
not on that same level.
I'm saying back then there was all these players who like were like able to like step up
Exactly.
and like,
Because
Now
it was
there's no
more than
one.
one.
but the thing is with social media nowadays and how Neymar is with social media, like everything's gonna be pointed towards him, and it's not his fault, because at the end of the day, social media, everything makes you money. He's on everything, Fortnite, all this stupid shit.
But even with that,
But what does that have to do with
yeah.
him being pressured to
In
win
the
something?
football
Because
field, he has no help.
he's always present when it comes to everything in social media. Like he's always gonna be targeted because he's always there. He's always on the face of everything. So obviously he's gonna be the first person to be looked at.
Yeah, but if you look at it from a Messi standpoint, he gets all that pressure. He doesn't do all that stuff, like social media wise or anything.
Because he's the best in the world.
Yeah, no, but it's the same
Neymar's
thing.
Yeah,
for
Neymar's one of the
Messi
best in
and
the
Neymar.
world too.
But that's what I'm saying. The only thing I'm saying is that he gets the pressure because of social media nowadays, it's always just attack. Back then, all they would do is just really attack your football. No one's really on social media football is one thing, social media is another thing. I
Yeah,
feel
so
like
it is worse in this day and age now.
Yeah,
because
obviously.
Neymar on social
is
media
worse.
is different than he does when he
Of
plays
course.
football. And if a lot of people kind of put those two together, it's like just judge a player by the way he plays football, and judge a player separately when it comes to social media.
they
But
don't.
that's not how media works, though.
that's the
But,
thing.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's so much harder now for players, and especially
Yeah.
players like Neymar, because he's on social media. He's doing everything. He's on Twitch. He's doing everything with that. Back then, players like Ronaldo, Kaká, and whatever, they would just be judged by their football. And if they had a bad game,
Not always.
but again,
Brazilians, especially in their party antics, bro.
but that's the thing too. If you put the pressure on yourself, that's on you. If you're gonna go party and do like all this other stupid
So
shit,
you can't
then
enjoy life.
don't enjoy life like how Maradona did. He had a great football career, but he was so like judged because of the.
I'm not talking about doing drugs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with partying, man.
But
I don't know.
You can party at a
What?
limit.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know, bro. It's live your life.
Yeah.
But back to like Neymar, like you were saying, Neymar has no support up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have good players defending like Marquinhos. You know, you have everyone else, Thiago Silva, but you need someone to score. Again, look at football in general. Everyone thinks of the world class players, all the best players. They're attackers, right?
Yeah.
Back then, you had Kaká, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. You had Robinho.
Okay, but
Meanwhile, at the last World Cup, we
Yeah.
had Gabriel Jesus, our
Gabriel
number 9,
Jesus,
scored
yeah.
0 goals.
Yeah,
None.
okay, but there's teams like Spain.
Nada.
There's teams
Zilch.
like Spain that don't even have a striker either, and they're making the finals of a Nations League.
Okay.
Okay.
But you can't always just say because there's no striker.
But that's comparable to the system. The
We
system
didn't make a
revolves around the
But
midfielders. The system revolves around Neymar.
Why is the Brazilian coach putting Jesus up top if he doesn't play up striker when he's
He's
playing for?
dinosaur tactics, bro.
They have no other.
So don't
There's no other
play with a
option.
striker. Look how teams nowadays, not every single team, but there's teams that are changing with like a no striker position.
Yeah, but
Look at Juventus.
It's
They're
not
not
that
really have a
easy to
striker. They're
just-
trying to make Chiesa a striker now, but he doesn't really play as a striker role either.
it's not that easy.
I know it's not that easy, but maybe they can. I don't know. I know Neymar's the best player. He doesn't really play as a winger anymore. He's more of like a support player now. So it's kind of, you can't be always pointing fingers at everyone.
False 9, eh?
Well,
Or
unfortunately, that's how it is. Chichi wouldn't play with a false 9,
Yeah.
bro.
But what did Neymar say? That it's gonna be his last World Cup.
Yeah, I
You,
think so.
you think that's
Speculation?
cap?
I think it's cap.
Saying that he might
know.
retire early.
That's like some
No way.
Messi antics, bro. How many
Pressure.
times Messi retired from the national
Yeah, it
team?
depends how he does this World Cup and how Brazil
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
hanging out with Messi.
And even
too much.
Pele though. Even Pele. Remember when Pele said he retired?
I think if
for a bit?
Brazil win, he'll retire. If they don't, he'll keep playing.
No,
So
it's
he's
gonna
gonna
be
keep
hard.
playing.
He's gonna keep playing.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I think they have a good chance to win the World Cup.
No,
Brazil are always one of the favorites.
And I think France is gonna take it.
You think? That's easy to say, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the amount of talent they have coming up, bro. And if you guys were watching Chouameni during this final,
he's
bro,
good.
That
Yeah.
guy's ridiculous, bro.
baller, bro.
He's
He was
ridiculous.
everywhere.
they have to win it again. I think.
It's too easy to say.
I know.
Says the guy wearing the France kit.
Even Germany,
man, all-
even Germany with the
Too
the
easy to
up-and-coming-
say. We
Yeah.
said France this Euros. They didn't
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I
all
mean-
it takes is that
and
one
now it's so
game,
easy
you
to
know?
say,
Like a
yeah.
team like
That's it.
Switzerland, nobody would expect a team like Switzerland to
No.
knock out France.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? All it,
It
takes
was-
is
It was one
Sometimes
game.
all
a
you
good
need-
defensive performance,
And the
right?
passion.
Yeah.
Look at the champions.
I
Look
think it was
Yeah.
just Cavs.
at my boy Sheriff. All he needs passion.
My
Sure.
boy Sheriff.
My boy Sheriff.
Oh boys.
But yeah,
yeah.
just about one little thing about Brazil, quick. Just Ronaldinho and Salah. Who's gonna be remembered in history as the better football player? I saw this on Twitter.
What?
Wow.
A little comparison.
They're different. The
They're really bored during international
I don't
break.
know.
These
I
journalists,
don't know.
bro.
I don't know Dino's numbers, but did Dino have like Salah numbers?
It doesn't matter
They
though.
played
No,
different.
no. Yeah, but it's it's end of the day. It's the numbers you put in. I don't care if you can do a freaking.
No, it's
faster-
not.
it's not the
it?
No,
numbers.
it's not end of the day
But-
the numbers you put in.
Man,
Alan
what they-
Shearer is the Premier League top scorer. Is he the best Premier League player? No, not even close.
No, I mean-
He's not top 10.
Yeah.
But
But everyone remembers Aguero.
Yeah, everyone remembers
But-
Thierry Henry.
but Aguero had numbers. Aguero had those moments. Salah had Champions League. Salah has Premier League.
It's not like Ronaldinho.
Dino's
didn't have
won
num-
every
yeah.
trophy in history.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
He has a Ballon
Except the
d'Or.
Nations League, bro.
Yeah.
did he get? I don't know. I don't know Neymar's Dino's numbers too much.
I,
In
I,
my
I still
opinion-
think I would take Dino, man.
Yeah, in my opinion, there's no debate.
Yeah.
I think any sane person would pick
Yeah.
Ronaldinho, bro.
You're pretty much comparing Neymar to Salah. Who would you take?
It's also like I don't know. It's iconic. It's
yeah,
It's a little
similar.
different.
They're similar. Not numbers wise, like play
Oh, bro,
style-wise.
Dino has what? Dino has a World Cup.
Libertadores.
Again, we
He's
say
every
it.
trophy.
Champions
But the
League,
biggest
yeah,
thing,
come on.
as we always say, it's the eye appeal. When you think
Eye
of,
test,
it's
bro.
the
Yeah,
eye
and he
test,
passed the eye
He
test,
passes
too.
the eye test. Flying
So does
colors.
Salah though.
But
Salah-
no.
Salah-
Yeah, he does.
Okay, he
Salah?
passes the
Have
eye
you ever
test.
seen a Salah compilation? We talk about this.
I
a
think
lot.
I've watched the one on
No,
Twitter that
he-
you watched.
I don't know. Salah's a great player, but I think
He
it's you can't compare because Salah I think is a lot more direct.
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
gonna
You know?
remember him in 50.
A lot more
Yeah,
direct.
he will. He's gonna be.
No.
What do you mean? He's a legend.
A lot
Best
more
Egyptian.
direct. A lot more direct.
He's gonna be a legend.
Fair, but like, yeah, best Egyptian. Do you know the best like Algerian player ever?
Probably Mahrez.
Like,
No,
Yeah.
but he's gonna be a legend
but
of
like
the game.
Dino like
Salah.
inspired generation.
That's the thing. When
Salah
it comes
didn't
when it comes to
really.
compilation,
You don't know
that
that.
you know
Yeah,
of.
no.
Yeah.
I don't know
You don't
that.
know
I guess
that.
like you won't know that
Bro, I
until,
don't-
but like,
doesn't Taha love Salah? He grew up watching him.
yeah, of course
Yeah.
there's lots
Quick
of Salah
quote.
fans, but like
you
Of course,
try
there's
to
gonna be
look at him too.
outliers.
Dino is literally like your favorite player's favorite player.
I guess.
Probably.
Like Salah isn't your favorite player's favorite player.
Yeah, maybe yours. But
Maybe-
But
maybe
he's
20
also
years.
a whole generation.
maybe a
I
little
don't-
kid in Egypt. is his favorite
Yeah,
player.
Yeah,
of
no,
course.
100%.
He's
Like,
also brought the whole nation.
yeah, but it's
up,
not even
you
a
know?
debate
How
though.
old is Ronaldinho?
No, it's not a debate.
50? That's 50.
50.
40?
Yeah, 40.
Something like that.
Late 30s, I think.
40.
Who, Dino?
And he would
Yeah.
still run circles around Salah.
I
They
don't
wouldn't.
know about that.
Maybe not run, but dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It does suck that Salah is playing for a nation like Egypt. If he wasn't like a stronger nation, maybe he would have won a lot more. I don't know when it comes to like
Maybe.
See, a lot,
I
you
don't
can say
know,
that
but
with a lot of players,
tournaments.
though.
But
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
there's still those players from like those like discrete nations that have still turned up and won like a Ballon d'Or. Like
Mhm.
think of
Where?
Not during the
Well, yeah.
Messi and Ronaldo era.
That era's done
Yeah,
now. though.
fair enough.
No, it's not.
After
No.
this year.
Modric.
Where's
Messi's
done?
must be win again.
Yeah, after this year.
bro,
Maybe
you have
after the
players
next
like
year's
Sheva.
Mm-hmm.
He won a Ballon d'Or what in
Yeah,
what?
but those years there was a different player every year.
Yeah.
Still a lot of great players in that era.
Did Salah ever make top 3?
No.
No.
He was
The year he won
No.
Champions League. I'm pretty
No.
sure he was top 3. No.
Nah.
Oh, Van Dijk was there.
There's
instead.
Messi, Ronaldo,
No.
Van Dijk. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
it was Modric. Modric won.
No, when he won Champions League.
Yeah, Modric.
Salah.
Oh, when Salah won Champions League? No,
Yeah.
it wasn't there.
I think Van Dijk got it.
Messi.
I think of Van Dijk.
Yeah, Van Dijk, Messi, Ronaldo, top
Yeah.
3.
Hmm.
I remember that. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are talking about obscure nations. I have a cheeky question.
Cheeky.
Who's gonna win a World Cup first? An African country or a North American country?
African.
North American.
African.
North American has
North America.
the academies now that are coming up.
No, they have the money. They have
And the money.
resources.
You could literally see Canada and US growing rapidly.
Yeah,
right
but
They are. They are.
You compare money to compare
Talent.
compare money to compare a kid who needs to and wants to play football because he wants to like make a living off of it.
Yeah, but if the parent not
No. There's a difference because
There
a
is,
lot
that's
of these teams that play out of Africa are like these people go on these kids like strive to
But
be the
you-
greatest because
but
they
you
want
could
to.
say that, but they
Exactly.
would have won something by now. Nothing's changing with
But
African teams.
football is pretty good.
It's good, but it's not good enough. Nothing's changing with them. They don't have they don't have
I don't
like development programs that are happening in Africa.
That's true. I
North
remember.
America has them
that's the
now,
thing, though,
and
yeah.
it's fast. We got all these players coming out of nowhere
Mm-hmm.
in Canada. All these players coming out of nowhere in America. Fast.
It's not that
You know,
fast.
just as fast. What do you
No.
mean?
Very fast.
It's recently. It's been really quick.
MLS came to Canada 07. We're about to make the World Cup.
And don't jinx it.
And TFC
Yeah.
Academy only started in like 2013, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming fast. I'm telling you, North
Now you
America is
got
gonna win.
Now you
one.
got a
I
couple
don't-
Canadians in
The
the
thing
race.
is, like, if
You're
these Africans like stay like in Africa and not move abroad, like
That's
they
the
do it like
thing.
at a young age, because a lot of times they get poached by
Yeah.
countries like
France,
France,
Spain.
Spain.
That's the
countries
thing.
Like
A
that.
lot of these
and
and then they
switch
run to those
players.
countries, right? Switch nationalities.
That's the
Yeah.
thing too. They switch nationalities and stuff. So
there's a lot of if there's a lot of Africans out there that switch nationalities that if they didn't switch nationalities, Africa would have us like
Yeah.
in general.
They
Yeah.
have
You're-
ridiculous.
they're
that-
all over the place.
You
though.
say that though, but
Nigeria,
like,
like all these countries, you know.
like-
they still wouldn't compete.
Yeah,
a lot of the time these players are born and raised in like France.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. They just have like.
No, but I'm
roots in, like,
talking about the
another
ones that
country.
were born in Africa.
Yeah,
and
like who?
moved
It
on.
happens sometimes.
Like who?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Like,
all these players born in Africa.
Wasn't Elish born in Guinea?
Okay, is that
With
a
the France?
is that a world beater?
isn't
Might
Davies?
be.
Isn't Davies born in?
Davies.
Yeah.
Davies was born in thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Raised in Canada though.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah, at the end of
He's
the day, like that's like
Canadian.
a totally different topic. Like talking about what country they're gonna raise, it's tough to. What country they're gonna represent, it's
Mhm.
tough to kind of
Mm.
make. You can't make that decision for the player.
No,
Same thing for
obviously.
Kamavinga.
But then
Yeah.
again, like you see
I don't
more who at the end of the day who are you gonna want to play for, France or like Ghana? You know,
Yeah.
you've been playing
It,
in France.
it depends.
You were born in Ghana, but you played in France for how long?
Every player has
But
like a
like-
different
I-
story though.
But even in the
Different-
past,
yeah,
I know
everyone's
we're talking about the future, but
personalities.
even in the past, I swear like a lot of African teams made it further in the World Cups. compared
yeah,
to,
they've
like,
always done well.
Nigeria in what 2000? No,
Oh yeah, they lost to
19
Argentina.
1998. Nigeria was a great team.
Yeah.
Not really.
Thing is, if
Yes, they were.
if
They're a good
Africa
team.
had the economic stability that North
Yes,
America
exactly.
does, then
Oh yeah,
easily they would.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
True,
Because they have the better talent too, right?
100%.
True. I remember Pele said once, he's like, an African nation will win the World Cup by the year 2000.
Jeez.
Didn't happen.
When was this prediction?
Like
60s?
70s, 80s.
Jeez.
Yeah, but they
Pioneer.
don't have anything developing there. It's just the same thing.
That's what it sucks too. Like you see all these like billionaires buying teams, but imagine like putting that money towards like
their own country.
not their own country, but even like applying that money. Let's say starting like a football like building like a football like program in these like lower like poverty countries in Africa. And maybe like making a business out of that, or you can like sell these players to bigger teams, and like you
Exactly.
kind of that'd be
That's,
cool too.
that's why these retired African players gotta start doing that.
that'd be
Yeah.
cool too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's
Start
the
doing
end of
their
the day,
part.
Some
bro.
of them are doing.
if
Yeah.
you don't buy a
And
team,
Drogba
but
has Eto'o has a foundation.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then you say you sign these players to your foundation, and then you can sell them to bigger clubs because now you can
Exactly.
start doing like showcases. And
Not only
stuff
do
like
you
that.
help your country, you help the players move better. You help the economical flow of the country too, and stuff like that.
and then even making your leagues
Yeah.
a little bit stronger as well. Because
I
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you want some of these players to kind of represent your country too.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that brings viewership, that
Yeah.
brings just
Money.
like more money, that brings
Everything.
everything to your country.
And you can see that with like countries like Brazil. There's a lot. They've had some issues financially as well, but you can see these players coming from the favelas. Look at Gabriel Jesus. 2018, he was painting the lines on the streets. Remember?
Yeah. I've seen that picture.
Remember? And now
Yeah.
he's balling in Manchester City. So you can have these stories, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So what's your guys' answer to the question?
I'm saying Africa.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. All it takes is one cheeky little investment somewhere in
I
Africa.
think Africans just You can see a lot of ballers in Africa.
Bro, I
Say
need
it's
I need
equal
Akon to
investment, but
invest.
there's
Bro.
already an investment
Yeah.
in North America.
I really
Yeah,
like
but
Chris's
there's more
argument.
talent in Africa.
There's
than
more
there is in
talent.
North
There's
America.
That
do
you
you
know
see
of.
Bro,
you ever
all I
see-
need
no.
Akon is to invest big. And
Do you ever see
some
that?
big
Do you
country,
ever see those
bro.
videos when they like African football videos where like they're literally just like
Yeah, you
playing
see-
around with each other?
they're
They
playing
don't even play
bro.
soccer anymore. They just like literally just stand on the ball
Man.
and they make this opposing team look silly. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
raw talent.
And not even that. Look at their playing conditions. They're
Right?
playing in dust.
Yeah.
In like sandstorms,
Sand
bro.
pitches, bro. Yeah.
They're playing in sandstorms, bro.
But like even the vibes, if you guys watch those videos, like
Yeah.
these players are like making these. That's all their whole purpose is to really they're playing like FIFA Street.
make them look
Yeah.
like idiots.
They're literally
Yeah.
playing FIFA Street, and they're just like just people
Yeah.
around the
I was
field.
gonna say that
I know-
they don't have sidelines. They have signed people, crowds. The
Yeah.
crowds, the crowds out.
They make the line. bro.
Yeah.
And like if anyone gets panned, if anyone gets dropped, if anyone gets like
They're
whatever,
not going home.
Everyone's going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me put another argument. Okay, so we're comparing Africa with a country like USA who likes to be the best at literally everything they do. You can look at the Olympics. They invest in all
Yeah,
those
but-
sports. They're the best at all those sports.
But they're not the best at soccer.
That's
and
what
they
I'm saying.
never
They
will
started
be.
investing.
They never will be.
How do you know?
Come
They
on,
never
bro.
will.
They never
They-
will.
Even-
Even even with
Because
the
US,
US,
bro,
No,
because
I really like Chris's
USA is not a
argument.
footballing
I like
nation.
your
How,
argument.
how
but
would you know?
It doesn't matter.
I'm
You know
telling-
why?
I'm
It comes
literally
from
telling you how
heritage,
it
bro.
could come
You know
on.
why?
It comes all
Is
from
US a
heritage.
swimming nation?
No, listen,
They,
listen.
They're creating the best swimmers.
No,
It all
no.
comes from heritage, bro.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
That's how it starts.
Bro,
There's no
money-
bloodline. There's no
Dude,
heritage.
no, no,
creates
there's no
everything.
heritage in soccer in America.
Money creates everything.
That's why it's
No,
called
man.
soccer, not football.
Okay.
There's gotta be an interest
doesn't mean
first.
anything.
That means everything.
20 years ago, they didn't
England created the word soccer.
yeah.
Man,
That doesn't mean anything.
they
The
have,
name doesn't mean anything.
America have so many good things going for them. Olympics, everything, hockey. You think they're gonna start focusing
Yes.
100% on
Yes.
soccer now?
Dominate
It's-
another
it's
sector.
literally growing in the United
No, no,
States. Yes,
'cause-
it is.
no,
Meanwhile, other countries are still moving at the same pace. They're developing.
Yes.
Okay,
And the United States is catching
okay,
up.
no,
wait,
wait,
no.
wait.
Yes.
No, they're
Yes.
not because they're
Yes.
going. What if they're
Yes.
going at the same pace?
Wait, so
They're
how
not.
come all
They'll
the
always
best
be back.
athletes in the U.S. play basketball, football, baseball?
Because it's a new sport.
It's not a new sport.
Would you say
how long?
it's
How
not a
long?
new
How long has the
sport?
MLS been in the US for?
Like 98.
There's-
That's new.
Even before that.
No, that wasn't
No,
MLS.
it wasn't.
Then before there's still competitive
Yeah,
football.
but it wasn't a proper
It's
system.
it's like high.
Which is
rep,
why
I
it
guess.
all starts with a heritage, bro.
A lot of these players that are playing in the US
No,
too
that-
have
you
are
gotta-
from
You
a,
need that lineage first.
yeah,
Not
man.
And they don't have that. They don't have the
You think-
passion.
You
there.
think,
I don't think. Go ahead.
if you think of a young player in the UK, a young person in the UK, and a young person in America, there's so many things you can do, sports wise. You can go into different clubs and different things like that. As a UK player, what do you think of? You think of football. That's your only sport you're playing.
Okay.
In the States, you're thinking of volleyball, hockey, soccer. You're doing all these different sports, trying
Okay.
things out.
And
Bro,
they're
do you know how
many
dominating.
underprivileged Latino black kids
Okay,
there are in the United
they're
States that can't
obviously-
get a
There's
chance?
underprivileged kids in America as well.
Yeah, but the rich ones are the
if
ones
you
that
look
get
at,
up there.
If you look at population wise, I
Dude.
guarantee you, United States
No.
has a bigger population than half these countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do,
I-
but
okay.
that,
Okay.
but,
That's
but
not
no,
the
no,
thing,
but
So why do they all have to play one sport?
if you're talking about population, then why aren't they
Okay,
the greatest?
They don't
in
like to
soccer?
play
It's
Because they never
new.
invested in it. They just started
They're just
investing.
investing in it.
Man, even investing in it, there's still
You guys,
there's
you guys
still,
are delusional
I-
right
bro,
now.
no, no.
Okay, China
Yes, you are.
invested in their football a few years back, 5 years back, and now the players are going bankrupt because the clubs can't pay them.
No, you're thinking of something else. They're not starting from young. They're starting from bringing Brazilians over. That's completely different. That's completely different.
Yeah, but you got to build
No,
interest.
America's literally bringing a
There is interest
They're-
in the U.S.
they're bringing
It's the most
trainers-
popular youth
No,
sport in the
now
country.
there's interest.
Exactly now.
Yes.
They're
But-
building it
but
now.
up until-
We're not talking
hold
about the
on.
past.
But
Up until what? We're not talking about
we've
the
talked
past.
about this. I've talked about this before too. The only reason why U.S. and North American football isn't competing nowadays because there's no competition. There's only the MLS. There's no
Okay.
like
That's
That's why
qualifying.
American players are going abroad, and they're getting better as a team.
How
you
many-
know?
But even compared, but if you're talking
A
about American, if
handful.
you're talking about American players going abroad,
How many did they have before?
if
Two?
you're talking about American
But
players,
we're still talking about.
USA before only had two
Nah.
good players.
dude, you're talking.
In England, you have a whole country of young guys who want to play football.
Oh,
That's what they
Okay,
want to do.
what's the population of England? You're saying a whole country,
The
right?
whole country? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a state is
What's the
bigger than
population of England?
I don't know.
Maybe,
I'm pretty sure New York by itself is bigger than England.
let's say 60
Yeah, and how many
million,
players
right?
wanna play
Let's say
soccer
60
there?
million,
I
right?
guarantee there's going to be.
Let's say
something else.
60 million England people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say the whole country. Let's say 20 million of them play soccer because there's women, there's like old
Elderly,
people.
Yeah.
There's probably 60 million soccer players in the U.S. right now.
Okay. And how many of them go pro?
How would you know? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter, man.
You can
It
see
only
the
takes-
numbers.
There's a
How
greater
many
chance for the
English footballers
U.S.
are there?
You're looking at now. I'm talking about the future.
Dude,
You gotta look at now to see the future.
That's exactly what I'm
Yes,
saying.
and they're getting better.
No,
Yeah.
stop.
I know.
But you're
No.
making it seem like the other countries are not getting better either.
African countries
Dude,
are not getting
I'm telling
better.
you right now that
They're not.
The Americans don't have the same opportunities as any other country in the world has for football because there's so many more chances for players to go pro in other countries than it is in the U.S.
Yeah,
Even if they go pro in the U.S., they don't go straight to Europe. They have to start from the MLS.
You know,
Okay.
how many things you have to do? You
the
have to go-
MLS is getting traction for young players.
Okay, but how many players make it into the MLS that are in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's-
compared to how many leagues
How
are
many
played?
A
players-
in
lot
how many
more than they
players-
used to be.
how many
Really,
players-
you
a lot more than there
you
used to
think
be.
20 teams in the MLS is compared to how many divisions in England compared?
Players in the MLS, we're literally seeing it now. Canadians going
Dude,
all over the place. Americans going all
there
over the
is
place.
20
There's
there's
like
20 something
5
teams
guys.
in the MLS compared to how many teams play in
Why
England
does this
professionally.
matter?
Because there's more opportunities
There's
for
teams, there's
footballers.
scouts for a reason to go to different nations.
Dude.
Do you see African players in the African leagues? What African leagues do you know?
There's a lot of African leagues, and
Name
they have
one.
and they have
Name one.
divisions. They
Name
have
one.
divisions.
Name one.
Oh my god.
Name one. Name one bigger than the MLS.
But there's
Name one bigger than the MLS.
but there's more African players
Name
that play
one bigger
abroad
than the MLS.
than American players do.
Name one bigger than the MLS.
But how many players play more abroad than Africans or
exactly.
Americans?
That's what I'm saying. Are they not starting to go abroad now? Canadians
But
and Americans.
Are there not more Africans abroad than there is Americans?
Yes, but are they getting better as a team? No.
I think Africans are doing pretty
Yeah,
well
but
for themselves.
Africa
They're
is
the
a whole
same.
Africa is a whole continent.
Yeah.
America's just one country.
African teams in
we're
general.
We're talking about America in general too.
America is a nation.
Mexico still.
Aren't you
You're
guys talking
saying
about North
you're talking
America?
You're talking about Africa as
North
a,
America
as
is
a, as a
three.
country
It's
too.
what? It's like three, maybe what? Maybe if you consider like Central America, it's like what? Maybe 10 countries
Yeah.
at most.
I'm
sure if you
I'm
add
talking
in-
about like the big three: Mexico, Canada.
I still think
US.
Mexico has a better football association than U.S. ever will be.
No,
ever
not
have.
ever will be. No.
Ever have? Yes.
In terms of
Ever
talent,
have,
Ever
yes.
have, yeah, not
Ever will be. No.
Yes, they will be.
No,
US
you're delusional if you think that.
I do think so.
Delusional. If
No.
you
Mexico will. Yes,
man,
they do.
a lot of Mexican kids now that are moving to the states, they're starting to play for the United States
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So that's like the
No,
first kind of
I
domino.
actually fully agree with Chris on this
Yeah.
argument. You guys are being kind of
'Cause
delusional on
we-
the
I'm right.
potential growth
many-
of the United States soccer.
You guys are not looking at the big picture. Look at kids these days. They are bringing academy trainers from big clubs in the Premier League, Serie A.
Okay.
They're bringing all these players.
All I'm-
Yes,
all
wait.
I'm- okay.
They're bringing all these players in. All these trainers in that know a lot more about soccer than any American ever will to train these players to grow to be a great player.
So you're
In
saying
Africa, they're not bringing in these trainers. They have African trainers that maybe played soccer for 10 years of just rep soccer.
but
Like,
these players get scouted earlier in the age.
Okay,
These African players get scouted much more earlier than actual North American players do
so what?
because they're better.
That means they have less time to progress and become their full
It's
potential.
because they're better at their age group.
Okay.
And
So
also,
what?
so end of the day, all you're saying is that money talks. So you're just saying because
Money
American,
does talk, yes.
so that's your argument that money's gonna make football
Yes.
for the U.S. much better.
Yes.
So you're saying in the past years when all these players that grew up playing football, Dino, all these talented players, all these world class players, they didn't come from money.
Okay, but they had a structure that was good from Pele era, which led to these players want to be
And
like
what-
Pele or
yeah,
like that.
And you think that will stop?
huh?
You think that will stop ever?
Not for Brazil. Not we're talking
lot
about
of
Africa.
countries.
Why are you talking about Brazil?
But we're saying football in general, and money won't win you
Yes, it
everything.
will. If you're trying to become
No.
a better nation, it's gonna make you better.
So you're saying, you're pretty much saying the U.S. is going to buy themselves a World Cup.
No.
They're
You have to get talent.
They're
It'll
just,
make them
they're just
progress.
investing more in their.
Iceland
in their team.
literally
Yeah.
invested millions into their 400,000 people population, which eventually got them to a Euro quarterfinal. A nation of 400,000 because they decided to bring academy coaches from other countries to develop the system from the kids to the top level. And that's exactly what's
why
happening
I'm
in
saying
the
if
US.
there's investment in Africa,
But
like
there isn't going to
there's
be.
not.
How do you know?
Well, okay, even if there is, it's happening in the US right now.
It's
Who
already
knows
happening.
if it'll happen in Africa?
You're talking about
That's
what
why
if.
I'm
We're
saying
talking
if it
about
does.
what is.
Yeah.
But if it happens,
But
in
even
Africa,
then, the talent is still much greater coming
For
from
now.
Africa than it is in the
now.
United
Okay,
States.
obviously there's more natural talent in Africa.
But you're talking about right now, so am I. I'm saying the talent's better
Yeah.
But the structure's
But
better
can
in
an
the
African
US.
team win right now?
over US or
No,
over North
win a World
America.
Cup right now.
I think
Over
an
North
African
America,
an
yeah.
African side will go higher than
win
North
a
America.
World Cup right now. Can an African team win
So,
a World
okay,
Cup
so
right
no,
now?
Can
North
the North
American-
American team win the World
I'm
Cup
talking
right
about
now?
future.
no,
You
so,
just said now.
But you said right now. Africans are better right now. Yes, they're
Yes.
better right now.
Yeah,
but can an
I
African-
didn't say a World
but
Cup.
can an African team win right now?
No.
So why does it matter right now then?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
So what does it matter
Really?
about the United States and America?
Right now, it doesn't matter because they're not good enough. They're going to become good enough. They're
Not
going
to
to
win a
compete.
World
They're
Cup.
going to be a good team. I'm telling you.
Well, let's see you guys in the comments. Just let us know who you think is gonna be
Okay, in what year?
in the future. Yeah.
I can't give you a year,
No, you
man.
can't say year.
Just
Okay, how many years?
I'd say in like the next 20 years they'll be up there.
What's up there mean?
African will not win in the next 100 years.
What does up there mean?
And you don't.
I don't think an African team
I
will
don't-
win in my lifetime.
And I don't think a North American team will win in anyone's lifetime
I think
either.
America will be there.
No, they will
Well,
not.
okay, what does
I
be
think
there
so.
mean?
Dude, you think that
I
North
think they will
America
make a
is going to take
semifinal.
over?
I think it's very
You
possible.
think North
U.S.
America
could
is
win
going
a
to take
World
over any top 5 league nation right now?
Wait, what?
France, Spain,
Right
Germany.
now, no.
Stop bringing
No,
up right
even
now.
even going into the future, you think that just Germany, all these leagues are going to just stop
It's
playing
eventually,
football?
You guys
yes.
actually think they can win a World Cup?
Eventually.
U.S. in
Eventually.
20, 30 years, why not?
You think they'll overtake
Over
the top 5
these
leagues right
teams
now?
that are
These, won't-
dedicated
these might
in
not even be the
football.
top 5 teams at
Yeah.
that time.
Look at what
then that's for everything.
look at what the top 5 teams were in the 1950s. Sweden, Hungary, Brazil, who are still top now. So that's one. Czech Republic. Where are those 3 countries now?
Yeah, but look,
Things change.
okay, but these leagues still have money invested in them for
Yeah. Now there's
millions of
probably-
years.
They probably
And
have
the
coaches
US
back
has
then.
I'm not,
Okay,
I'm not saying that
but
those
look
teams
at-
are going to go down.
Look at the
Why-
owners. Look at the owners.
Yeah.
Why do they have to go down for
Okay, but
USA to be good?
But look,
Yeah.
look at these
USA
owners.
could be good and they could be
You
good.
think
at the
there's
same time.
billionaires investing in MLS teams to make these players better?
Yes.
Okay.
And
bro-
wait, why are we talking about the teams? I'm talking about the academies.
The only-
because
only
where do
way-
the academies come from?
There's more than just the team academies. There's random academies along the world. You know
okay,
that, right?
and how much money?
You
is it-
came from an academy. You played for an academy.
Yeah, but look at the English academies too. How much money is put into those
I'm
academies?
not talking about England. I'm talking about Africa and North America. I know England is a good team.
But
Bro,
all I'm saying is that I don't think North America is going to win.
you guys
a
keep
World
bringing up
Cup.
other countries. I'm talking about North America and Africa.
I'm just saying
That's
they're not
it.
going to win a World Cup.
The
in
only
general.
way the U.S. or any North American team will ever come close to a World Cup is if their best athletes played football, which they don't.
No, that's a dead argument.
How's that a dead
The-
argument?
They're best athletes. You could spread out athletes everywhere. America's
is it-
good in
is it like
swimming,
that?
skating. Like
But is it
your
like that?
best athletes. That doesn't like.
Sprinting,
But the best
long
athletes,
jump,
they
high
play
jump.
basketball. They play
dancing.
football.
Yeah, but
You're
they don't
naming
play
multiple
football.
sports.
Yeah,
but
but
why
they're
not
good at
soccer
every
now?
sport.
They don't
but
play football.
would let's say
How many multiple sports are in Europe?
every sport?
Every
Like all
sport's
sports.
there.
Most of it's
Football
in
though.
They play every
Okay.
sport.
Yeah, but if let's say for example, if you took
Football's the
someone
biggest
who's
sport.
gifted as a basketball player and put them on a football pitch, a soccer pitch, like sometimes those skills don't exactly translate.
Because of the heritage.
You think it's
Because
because
The
they play
U.S.
that
is
their
a
whole life. No, you
basketball
think-
country.
No.
Football country.
So you think a bunch of
Baseball
6'10"
country.
guys from the States are going to be
You don't have to be the
Capable
best
on a soccer
athlete to be
pitch?
the soccer.
Why
You
not?
think, you think if
if they grew
LeBron
up playing
James,
it, why not?
you think if LeBron James played soccer his whole life, he wouldn't be a good soccer player?
What?
You think if LeBron James played?
No.
He's an athlete in general. He's
No,
a
he
complete
wouldn't.
athlete.
No.
Oh, bro, he's like 6'10".
He's 6'10".
How many players do you know that? How many soccer
Yeah.
players do you know that are over like?
But he doesn't play. No, he's not 6'10". He's
He's like
6'7".
6'7".
He's 6'8",
Still.
but either way,
6'8".
that's a
He's
dumb
tall.
argument.
How?
He's tall.
Because
he's
you
a
don't have to be a
complete
great
athlete.
athlete to be a soccer player.
You have
Yeah,
to,
you-
Yeah, but
In the North American
the
system?
athlete he's
The
talking
North American
about.
system.
What?
Do they not favor athleticism?
yes,
Yeah,
they do.
they do, they do.
100%.
They do.
So-
What's wrong with that though? What's wrong with that?
I'm not saying what's wrong with that. I'm saying that U.S. will never get far unless the best athletes start playing football.
Is that your main argument for why USA could never win a World Cup?
Yeah.
Because if it is,
That-
that's a bad argument.
That and
Yeah,
the
no.
talent.
It's not
The
fair.
talent
Yeah.
could come.
The
talent could
talent's
come.
better in
Look
Africa.
at look at like these golden generations. You can't predict when talent could come.
Talent's better in Africa. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
but
the-
Yeah, but it's scattered.
no one would have
Okay.
predicted that Belgium would have had like a group of talent like that. Like you wouldn't just say you're not just gonna put you're putting your finger on a map and stopping on a country and saying they're.
I'm
gonna
just
be good
saying,
in
based off
10,
what I
15
know
years.
now, talent is higher in
But
Yeah,
Africa
but
than it
the
is.
thing is,
You
like,
have-
That's obvious.
You have
though,
one
no?
good player in Egypt. You have maybe 2 good Ghanaian players.
What good players in Canada, America, and Mexico?
But I'm saying that's all they ever had. They always have 1 or 2 good players on
and
their team.
they
That's
don't,
it.
and America have 0.
How?
Who do you have in America that's a great player? Pulisic.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm saying future though.
That are world.
Say
That are
future.
like at the
So
South
you're talking about
African
players
players
right now, though.
But look at their team compared to what it was when they before they started. The team only had like what
Okay.
Landon Donovan.
Look at Africa and
Look at their team
before
now.
how they are.
The team is good now. The team is.
It's a very
Okay,
good
so what's
team.
more likely, an American winning the Ballon d'Or or getting far in a
I
World
don't think an
Cup?
American will win a Ballon d'Or.
But an African
in
has.
20 years.
African has.
So what?
Okay.
I'm talking about a World Cup.
You need good players.
You don't need them to win a Ballon d'Or.
You need
Italy just won a Euros. An Italian gonna win a Ballon d'Or? No,
Isn't
the
Jorginho
difference.
in there?
he's not gonna win it though.
Isn't Donnarumma in there?
He's not gonna win it.
Bonucci?
Doesn't matter. He's not gonna win it.
My only argument is that I don't think they'll ever win a World Cup is because as much as they're progressing, and yes, they're putting so much money into it.
So is every other.
There's
country.
already nations
Yeah.
that are already
No,
there's
not
already
just
nations that are already there and still going higher.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking.
U.S.
about
is
those
here.
nations.
Europe, North America is here. Europe is here. North America will be putting so much money into it where they can come to this
It's
level.
gonna take a long.
But look where Europe
time.
is still going.
It's
The
gonna take a
argument was
long-
It's not
America
gonna stop
or
it.
Africa.
Yeah.
But you
That's
think
valid.
it could
That's
take a
valid.
long time? Then how do you explain what Iceland did?
Yes, they had a good run, but that's it. Where have they been since? They can't even qualify out of their group when
They
you're
qualified
Euros.
for a nation of 400,000
Okay.
qualified for the Euro and World Cup.
This year now coming up.
2018 World Cup.
What about now? That's it.
Only 3 teams have qualified. We don't know yet.
They don't even think they're top 2 or top
Okay.
3 in their group stage.
Okay, but what an incredible feat. And they're
Yeah,
still growing.
It happens.
That
That
was
happens.
quick. It was like that.
Yeah,
That
look at
happened.
Costa Rica. Look at Costa Rica that one run. They did. Now look where
Yeah,
they
but
are.
America has always been the World Cup. It's not like they missed World Cup.
Exactly.
That's
And
because they're always
Yeah,
number one. And
it's-
what
yeah.
other competition is
Yeah,
there?
what
There's
other
not a lot of
competition is there?
in
Yeah.
Africa.
Besides Mexico.
How much competition is in Africa?
There's still teams there.
How much competition is in Africa?
There's more than one group in Africa though.
How much? Because how much? The competition is
There's
there?
not that much.
I mean, there's not
it's
that much.
Ivory Coast, Egypt, Ghana, Senegal,
Nigeria.
There's more.
Nigeria,
How much is?
Algeria?
There's more.
Algeria,
What else is there?
Morocco.
Morocco. I guess.
Yeah.
Morocco.
I guess.
Not
There's
quite
there's double
Morocco's
the amount.
not that good
Okay,
anymore.
but
Who's on
there's
Morocco?
double the amount in North America.
North America's like 10 teams.
3 that compete. 4
It's like 10 teams.
that compete.
Who cares? I was talking about. I'm literally just saying America will beat any African team in the future.
No.
I don't
Yes.
think so.
Maybe. You never know.
They will. I will guarantee it.
The reason
I'm telling you here.
Okay.
I guarantee
The
it.
only thing that maybe we can argue with, like say now in our lifetime, is maybe not next World Cup, but maybe the World Cup after that in Canada, US. How far will these American teams compare to African teams? How far will they go into the World Cup? Will they make it further than
Can't-
each other?
can't compare this.
Yeah,
Too soon.
I know. That's,
No, 4 years from now.
I literally said 20 years.
Okay, but you're saying that
4 years
North
you can
American
see- you
North
can
American
see some
football is growing.
Obviously,
no, you're
African
saying
teams
North-
are going to be better.
You're saying North America is growing so fast.
4 years,
What-
you can't
They
be
are,
four years,
but
yeah.
they're
4 years
still
you
not
can't get
better
anything?
than African
Okay.
teams.
20 years
You're
is
saying
fast.
you're saying in
4 years is ridiculously
Yeah, that's
fast.
ridiculous.
You're saying
That's one cycle.
But in 5 years, there's kids who are 15 now. They'll be 20. They'll be playing
Doesn't
professional
matter.
football.
But you're okay. You're getting too overboard.
I'm okay, but there's a short
You're
run.
just
there's a
trying to
long
make
run.
your point right, which it's probably not.
Okay, but end of the day, I can say in 2 billion years from now, U.S. will win the World Cup. Sure.
Yeah, that's
Like that.
very
it's,
possible.
It's
I said 20,
okay, but in 20 years,
not 4.
but we're talking. But end of the day, I don't think they'll go that far because there's still leagues that are different nations are still striving and still top of the level.
Yeah.
And you can't say in the future because future can be whenever.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not. It's not going to be in 20 years.
but
I'm not guaranteeing
future can
20
be-
years. I'm just saying in the future they're going to be better than African teams.
Well, what we can say is maybe 20 years. That's a good time. 20 years, because there's kids now who are not even born that maybe can grow into
Yeah,
the
that's
system.
what I'm saying. That's why I
And
gave
20
it 20
years from now, and you think they'll win a World Cup by then?
I know they might not win a World Cup because it's pretty damn hard to win a World Cup. But I'm
But
just
weren't
saying.
you saying that before?
Yeah, I know, but
Okay, so
I know it's hard to win a World Cup. I'm just saying 20 years for them to be a top contender.
they won't be
They will be.
20 years from now.
They will be.
20 years from now.
I just feel like I'm gonna.
Okay,
I'm
does
gonna
top contender mean potential favorite to win? What does top contender
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, like they'll be in like a top 3 favorite, top 5 favorite.
impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Impossible.
Come on.
Impossible.
My thing is, and I agree with Matt. Like heritage, you think look at South Africa. They don't have the money, like we were saying. They don't have the money to invest in other sports like hockey.
Just South Africa, or all of
Africa in general. They don't have the money to spend in other sports like hockey, other Olympic sports. That's why you see America winning all these Olympics because they have the money to send these players and make them into robots.
It's the
In Africa in
it's
general,
equipment.
what's the easiest thing you
Exactly.
can buy? A ball.
You're literally
proving our
proved
points.
They have all this money to make these players into robots. What do you think they're going to do with the soccer players?
And what I'm saying is the heritage. You have these players who only have a ball.
Okay, so
imagine if you see in 20 years. Okay,
So you're proving.
No, I'm not
So
proving
there's
anything.
heritage for soccer, but not like other sports.
you can have the money. You can have all this equipment, but that doesn't make you a footballer.
Okay, you could have all this money, all this clean. It doesn't make you a swimmer. You can have all this money, it doesn't make you a basketball. You can have all this money, all this clean. But it doesn't heritage. Just for soccer, there's heritage.
I'm saying that.
But do you not agree that there's NFL heritage, NBA heritage in the U.S.?
Yes, like fan culture, but like you could be a great athlete.
What's
in the other
America? What's
sports.
America's pastime?
What?
What's America's pastime?
NFL.
Baseball.
Okay, but what's the most popular youth sport?
Well, what does new sport mean? What does that mean?
Youth.
Youth
Youth?
sport?
Yeah.
Definitely not soccer.
Yes.
Yes,
Definitely
It's
not
the number one
soccer.
sport in the
Pull up
country.
the numbers.
Show me. Now I want to see it.
Okay, I could pull it up after the pod, but
It
All I
definitely-
know is a whole
does that prove to
a
us,
whole continent is based around soccer, football, because that's all they could have. Imagine even a little bit. We're saying 20 years. Imagine in 5 years, someone goes and invests in South American football, South African
Someone,
football.
you're saying what if?
Yeah.
America,
You're saying what if too?
No, no.
Yes, you
America
are.
is
You're-
the whole
invested
thing was
in.
in the South-
Your what
what
ifs
if?
is
No,
if they
they're
win the
not.
My
World
what
Cup.
if? My what
No.
if? My what
Man,
if?
we're
My
comparing
look,
Africa to
Yeah.
North America. North America is gonna be better.
This is my what if. We already have a whole continent that's already based around one sport. That's all they do. What if in 5 years they get the support?
what if
They're
What
gonna
if they
be
don't?
at a level higher than already America because they already
They
have the
probably
players
still
who want.
won't, to be honest.
They have the whole continent that
I don't think
that
they
plays the
still
sport.
wouldn't.
You can see right from now. You can see now. You can take from right now where you can see what could be in in the future.
You put one investor. Let's say one investor goes to Nigeria, right? Wow, you have investors in all of the United States, right? In every single state.
Nigeria is already a bigger football nation than the U.S. has ever been.
Nice, right
Ever
now.
will be.
Right now.
Ever will be.
Right now. But what was it? Now you made me lose my train of thought. They have they have 50 states, all bigger than Nigeria, right?
And all of them play football.
All of them definitely have football players.
Biggest sport.
okay,
It's
but
gonna
do you
get
know that?
there.
Do you know that about Africa?
What else do they play over there? Hockey?
No, they play basketball.
Yeah. Okay, they play basketball, but is that their biggest sport?
Well, a lot more people are investing in basketball in Africa now.
Because they're all tall guys. Yeah, you're right.
So then,
But then again,
what's the difference?
what other sport do they play over
Exactly.
But
They're investing in basketball, right?
the North America
U.S. has the resource to invest in all those multiple sports.
because the sport's already big. NBA
And
has
the
been massive
population.
since huge. NBA brings more money than MLS ever will bring money.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
Football.
there? Wait.
College football
Wait,
is bigger
wait.
than soccer right now in the U.S.
Okay. I know
And they will
that.
bring in more money than soccer ever will be.
You don't think that they're gonna make money off every sport? Doesn't matter if it's bigger or not.
Yeah, but that's why these other leagues invest in players abroad because they have the money to do it. The U.S. is not going to be able to invest abroad because they have to focus on their country first.
Why do they invest abroad? They're investing on their country.
Yeah, but also why is the U.S. investing in different sports abroad if they can't do it in their own country either?
What do you mean?
Sports
I'm
like
talking about the youth talent that are coming up. I'm not talking about the players they're bringing in.
but even in youth talent in North America in general, why don't they just put more money into the youth talent in other sports? I'm saying, but they always go and produce.
they have it in every sport now. Basketball, they have academies going. Volleyball, they have academies going. Soccer, they have
Well,
academies
it's
going.
a lot of-
Baseball, they have academies going.
It's a lot of what ifs.
And you can see all
Yeah.
these American
You can
players
s-
in
you can
every
see-
single sport thriving.
You can see from both sides.
Hold on.
We'll end it off there.
Hold on.
Jay, what do
You said number one youth sport in the
No.
U.S.
100%.
Would you like to retract your statement?
No, it's 100%.
So, according to 2019 study here,
2019,
This is
no.
2021.
Okay, man, 2 years.
You're gonna wait. You see the moves like this.
How are you gonna have a
see the moves like this?
2021
Okay,
study
even
already?
then, just
If
read
it
it.
moves
What
like
does it
this,
say?
then
Okay,
yeah, 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
I'll say in
So then
terms
how
of
fast can it move?
I'll
Okay,
say
just
I'll
what
say
does
in
it
terms of
say?
participation
Well,
growth.
that's like a big margin.
I'll say
I didn't say
participation
it.
growth and then number of participants. So, in terms of participation growth, highest was softball 12%, lacrosse 8%, field hockey 8, volleyball 8, tennis 5, cheerleading 4. So that's just participation growth, right? So it's not that big a deal. But in terms of the number of participants, basketball 3.44 million, baseball 2.18 million. Then we have soccer 1.48 million, football 1.46, tennis 1.41.
More than football.
So it's bigger than the NFL.
Either then that doesn't sound accurate.
But even with the
Doesn't
football,
sound
even with
accurate.
Like the most players.
13 to 17 years of age.
The most is
I'll add.
3 million basketball players. That doesn't sound
Participants.
accurate.
Between
Yeah,
The
the
population's like 250
Between the
million.
ages of
Saying there's
13
only 3 million basketball.
Yeah,
between the age
that's
of
not
13
That's
and
between
17.
13 and 17, though. It's only.
Even then.
It's
That's
only-
still not accurate.
Yeah, come on.
You.
No.
What
that
do you
can
mean
be
no?
accurate, man.
Why can it not be
That
accurate?
sounds very little.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the population of United? I don't even know what it is.
It's like
to be honest.
300 something million.
300 something million. You think 1 point whatever it was? I don't even know what the number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at the age group. You think there's 3 point
13
something
to
billion?
17. That's
You
5
think there's
years.
3 billion 13 to 17 year olds?
It's only 5
3
years.
billion.
It's only
3
5 years.
It's a lot of years.
Yeah, compared to from 1 year old to 100 years old to people that live in the country.
Man.
Wait, we're saying how many? 1.3 million.
Hold on, I gotta go back.
You said 3
For what, soccer?
No, it was like 1 point something. I think.
Yeah.
For soccer?
Yeah.
1.5. It was more than football.
1.
though.
You're thinking it's
48.
a little bit, but then what are
That's
the
a
other
lot.
what are the other sports?
Basketball and baseball, right?
I said it was
Exactly.
a
There's
little. I said
other
it was a lot.
sports.
Huh?
You said it was little.
But Jay said number
I said it
1.
was a little.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. It's still more than football. And look what football is.
But we weren't talking about more. We were talking about number 1.
You're saying number 1.
I never said number 1. He said number 1. I didn't know the numbers to begin with.
But the fact that they're not on 1, that shows
Who
that
cares, man? It shows
that's
that
not
they
the biggest
invested.
sport.
Doesn't matter. I never said it was the biggest sport in the U.S.
So
it doesn't need to be.
in the U.S., between the age of 15 to 17, there's 12 million players, kids. 12 million.
Like in general, like just
in general,
okay.
from 15 to 17.
That's a lot.
Okay. And
That's
you're
more
and
than
you're
most
saying- And
countries.
you're saying every single one of those kids is playing soccer? No.
When did I say that?
So how many did you say? You said 1?
Soccer 1.48.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Does it not?
That's still a lot though. That's
Okay.
It's not number 1.
Okay.
doesn't need to be. Doesn't
Clip and
Sure,
ship.
it doesn't need to be.
need 1.7 million is more than enough players.
I guess 1.7 million, and then from that 1.7 million, how many make it into the MLS
Doesn't matter.
and play international football?
That means the best of the best are going to be in there.
Yeah. What's the numbers
Doesn't matter. If the best of the best are going in, doesn't matter.
compared to?
It just shows that they're getting the right train to get there.
So is South America. Sorry, South Africa.
No, Africa, you mean?
So is Africa. Sorry. I
So
keep
is
saying South
Africa.
Not really though.
We'll end the debate there. We'll see what you guys think in the comments. You guys think the North America or Africa in general, who would win? Who would have a better
In 20 years.
opportunity, I guess, to win the World Cup?
Who will win
Who's
the
gonna
World
win
Cup
a World
first?
Cup first?
Who would win it first? You heard it here first.
The main thing is neither of them are going to win a World Cup.
Not,
Yeah,
in,
I
our,
don't
not,
think so either.
not in our lifetime.
Realistically speaking.
Ever.
Lifetime?
How would you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in our lifetime.
Not in our lifetime.
I don't think that's correct.
No, no,
What do you mean?
I think US.
Dude, you could still have like 50 years in your life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
60 years.
So that's how many World Cups?
A
Like
lot.
maybe 9 World
That's
Cups
10
or
World
8
Cups.
World Cups?
They want to bring it every 2 years now.
What the heck?
That will not happen
Either-
because
either
that's
I
way,
too
hope
much
it
don't
doesn't.
football.
That'd be terrible.
They'll boycott that.
Yeah.
Too much football, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But yeah, you guys anything else to talk about? I'll end it
I
off
think we
there.
talked quite a bit
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, that got a little heated at
You
the
guys
end. Eh?
talk their ear off.
It was a good debate.
Yeah, that was fun actually.
We can
to be
quickly
honest.
go if you want to talk about Canada a little bit quickly. I know they play tomorrow. They had a good run.
They lost. They tied to Jamaica.
Jamaica, what a shit game.
Shit
I
It was,
know
house.
you
it,
guys
was
said-
it was a tricky game.
The
man.
conditions were poor.
No, it wasn't a tricky game, man. It was terrible. I know the pitch was terrible, but they couldn't even make a pass. Like either team, it was just shitty football altogether.
Just CONCACAF football.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Away on the road.
First,
CONCACAF,
but they're
That's
the
classic CONCACAF away.
I played that North American footy, eh?
Oh man, they're playing on.
You could say the same Bolivia away. It's just
What?
mangled out there.
But
It's
who's
tough
saying that?
conditions.
It's just a game with rough conditions. It
Yeah.
happens.
I guess.
South
But,
America has
uh,
VAR though. North America doesn't.
That's kind of mad.
So what?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Because they
pretty
can't
crazy.
afford it.
man.
Can afford it.
That's
Yeah,
kinda-
it's, not,
Some
it's
coun-
true.
Some countries
It's
can't
not
afford
just
it.
yeah. Okay, some countries can't afford it. It's not just U.S. and Canada and U.S. can obviously afford
Oh,
it.
for sure, but it just North America, right?
But why don't
Yeah.
Huh?
they? Why don't they?
Because all the teams need to have.
Yeah, because every
Yeah.
team needs to have it in
Yeah,
order for
like-
it to implement it. Yeah.
Aruba, that would mean like Aruba has to have it
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
Bermuda.
St. Kitts has to
Yeah.
have it.
FIFA has enough money.
They don't care about it.
People don't care.
They don't want to spend more money. Come on.
They play Panama tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
What time is it?
You're gonna be there, no, Jay?
7:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Should be a good
Yeah.
game. They need a win though.
They have to win. They're lucky that
Yeah, well, yeah.
U.S. lost and
Panama right on their back.
Mexico
No?
Yeah.
tied, or what did Mexico
Well,
draw?
Mexico tied Canada before, but I
If
don't
they,
know what they did
if they
after.
lose to
don't
Panama,
remember
then
their
that
result,
makes their qualification pretty tricky.
It does, but at the moment, Canada's still
Third?
undefeated. So
and third,
Man.
right?
Like-
They're also in
Third
fourth.
and fourth.
Or fourth.
yeah, but like if you said beforehand that after Mexico away and USA away that they would be undefeated, you'd be pretty happy about
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
They're very true.
Mexico aren't in the strongest they've ever been. I think this is the weakest I've seen them play football. This has been their weakest
Yeah.
football since I've ever watched football.
Yeah,
Mexico.
you could
Maybe.
say that.
Because you never see. I know some teams are getting better. Yes, U.S. and Canada are getting better, but Mexico have gone. They just they're not strong anymore.
But Mexico have like even if you look at the Mexican roster, this is probably like some of them.
They're
like,
in first place.
They have like some of the biggest names like
Mhm.
in playing in Europe right now that they've ever had.
But
Yeah.
they are getting older too. They have some young players, but
like you have
again,
Jimenez, you have
Lozano.
you have Lozano,
Well, they
you
have
have
talent,
They
man.
have a lot of talent.
Corona.
Corona.
but they
Yeah,
just got
Gatito.
they're not
Alvarez,
playing well
yeah.
together. I don't know what it is. I think the manager they're trying to like,
Don't they have the old
Gerardo
Barca
Martino.
gaffer. They have
Yeah.
the Barca
Barbecue
gaffer.
Tata
but
Martino.
they, I think they want to get rid of him.
That's
Makes sense.
We'll see. But yeah, that's international football for you guys.
A lot of debate today.
Ending off
Hell yeah,
quite
brother.
soon. with a couple more games left, but then we're back into club football.
Thanks,
This
man.
weekend.
Yeah. You got Champions League coming back too, boys.
Next week
Mhm.
in it.
Yeah. Some big games coming up for you guys. So stay tuned. We'll be doing a lot more live streams, a lot of more pod episodes, and all these other things. So follow us on our Instagrams at The Footy Culture, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch. We're on every platform out there. So thanks again. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below of what we spoke today, and let us know what you guys want to hear from us on the next couple episodes. Anything else, boys?
No.
That's it. That's
Forza
it.
North
That's it.
America.
Forza Canada.
Forza Canada.
C'est fini.
Forza.
Allez,
Later,
later.
boys.
With that, we out.
Deuces.
Buchanan.
See ya.
Ciao, ciao.
Later.
Canada.